Now lead us in and let us know what's going on here. You're here to share your expertise with the people at home.
Yep.
Wake them up.
So he's just getting set up now. Obviously we've still got, I think the bar has been loaded, so he's a little bit late, but he's still got plenty of time. Just setting up his wrist wraps, getting the chalk on his back. Here he's walking up now.
Now these 83 kilo men, number one, it's one of the largest sessions we're going to have at 18 lifters. But also, too, it's going to be one of the toughest fights. Yeah. Historically, the 83s come down to actually not even the last pull, but changes in the last deadlift. Yeah. So, all right, here we are. Gansuk Batsuk up, 225. Take it, Jack.
So he walks the bar out. Looks like a very strong walkout. Waits for the centre ref. Sits it in. And nice and easy. Gets the rack command. That should be no problem. And on to the next lifter.
And that is a good lift right there for Batsuk.
That's generally how you want an opener to be, nice and easy. Plenty to do with that. You can pretty much go wherever you want from that, depending on how your training's going.
All right, Chris Nujadip, Indonesia's up, 235 kilos on the bar. So, Jack, what can you tell us about the commands in the squat so that everybody at home knows kind of what the flow of things are here?
Well, generally, you would walk the bar out and you'd lock your knees, you'd stand tall, and the two-side referees, when they deem you to be locked out and ready, they would put their hand down and the centre ref would see this and then give the start command. They would then squat to the appropriate depth, hopefully come back up, wait fully locked until the referee gives the rack command. They would walk it in and hopefully no problem, 3 white lights.
And you can see what Jack's talking about. You see the referee's hand there. He will drop it when he gives a squat command. There we go.
This guy was very late to come out, so it must have mistimed their getting the lifter ready. What people don't realise is getting your knee wraps, the straps up, it takes a lot longer than the classic lifting, and that's why the coaching staff need to be that's why you generally need more coaching stuff for the equip lifting, as opposed to the classic.
There are several more layers to the to equip lifting than are the classic lifting.
Yeah, I mean, even once the squats are done, like me, who's done some experienced coaching, has spent 40 minutes trying to take the squat suit off. It's a bit tough when you've only got half an hour to warm up. So it's definitely a bit of a rush in the warm-up room.
All right, Mark Morris is up. Canada, 247.5 kilo opener. I mean, this is only our third athlete in this session. We're already up to some very good weight right here.
Yeah, most definitely. Looks maybe a little, no problem.
Good lift. And it's a good lift there.
Yeah, no problem.
Muhammad Yusuf's up, Indonesia, 260 kilos. And Indonesians really have seem to have a full team here.
Yeah, it's amazing from all the countries that come in. You're surprised by the amount of lifters that certain countries have. It's a real family. The team, they really gel and become a family. Very respectable, 260 kilos. Let's hope it's easy for him. Sets it up strong. Sits it down, comes up. Yep, should be no problem on that one. Yep, no problem.
And it's good. There you go. That's easy.
Again, that's how you want the openers to be, nice and easy.
Nice and easy.
Feel you full of confidence. Get you on the board so you don't have any risks of not making a squat.
Yep.
Takes the pressure right off. I know for me personally, being a lifter, once I've got that opening squat, I can take a big, deep breath, knowing that I've made a squat.
All right, Andreas Stillbauer's up, Austria, 280 kilo opening attempt. Yeah, that first squat attempt, Jack, for everybody, I know for me, that you're getting wrapped, knee wraps put on for that first attempt. The nerves are just going crazy, and after you get that first squat in,
yeah, it's a big sigh of relief.
It's an important psychological advantage, tactical but also psychological too. All right, up now, Stillbauer, 280.
It's a bit of work for an opener, but it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, 3 white lights.
Right, and I don't really know Andreas well at all, so I haven't seen him that many times. I don't know his style. Some people are that slow, some people are that slow, and some people are fast. His third may look better than that. But again, what you're saying is openers here in the squat, generally, I think most athletes want to be about 92%.
Yeah, around that line.
Of where they would be 92%, or something that you could do 3 times in training for a set of 3 very easily on your worst day. So Marcos Sanchez is up, Ecuador, 290 kilos. He is the national team coach from Ecuador. Very, very good coach. Consistent, skilled lifter.
And a good lifter as well. Not half-bad lifter. Yep, that looks pretty good. Shouldn't have no problems with that. 3 white lights, hopefully. Yep.
There we go, 3 whites. Marcos.
Just looking at the prognosis for some of the other lifters, it does look like it's going to be a very good battle. Looks like it come down to the deadlifts, most certainly.
It definitely came down. Honestly, last year I think it came down, the 83s came down to third attempt squats.
Yeah.
Some guys were not hitting numbers that they should be hitting. Some of it was technique, some of it was fatigue, some of it was just poor coaching. Some people were out-coached.
Yeah.
But, we start watching that. But right now, Simone Carniel, Italy is up. So, it all doesn't come down to it's like any sport. It's like football. It doesn't come down to the last...
sometimes the strongest lifter doesn't win. Sometimes it's definitely a tactical battle. And that's why you need a good coach by your side. Definitely helps having a coach that you can trust with the attempt selection all the way.
And that's a good lift. I think assuming that the third attempt squat is the entire meet where you make up is sort of like assuming in a football match that extra time is the only part of the game that counts.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
You have to have built going up into there. Right, and if you have a good enough lead going into extra time, then it really doesn't matter what happens.
Definitely.
Time.
It's all about building the total and not missing attempts, getting as many attempts in as possible.
Right.
Especially when it's very close. Generally, the guy who wins is the guy who's got the most attempts in.
Kobayakawa Watari's up 307.5. Very consistent lifter.
A little shaky on the walkout, but I think he's got it down. Yep, very strong coming up.
And
like there was
Wataru 3 white lights. There we go. Very, very, very good technique. You'll see that on most of the Japanese lifters.
Yeah,
very
definitely.
well-rounded in all 3 lifts, especially strong in the bench press and the deadlift.
Yeah, very well known for their technique.
All right, back to start of second attempts. Batsuk, Mongolia is up 240 kilos. They have made great strides in the last few years, and they have a full team this year. It looks pretty good. They're getting better and better. I think the rest of the world's got to stand up and take notice of what Mongolia is doing.
His opener was very easy, so he shouldn't have too many problems with this. Again, he looks very strong walking out. Come up very easy, shouldn't be a problem.
And the lift is good. Lift is good for Batsuk. So next year's 2018 World Masters Championship will be in Mongolia next year.
Yeah, so I've heard, I know a few Masters lifters that are thinking of going.
We had a promotional video the other day at the IPF Congress It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Right now, Christian Jadip is up from India, 250 kilos. He was good on his opening attempt, 235. He's taking a pretty normal 15-kilo jump from first to second.
Yeah.
That's pretty good in this weight class.
That's a fairly standard jump from first to second. Comes up very smoothly. Plenty deep, shouldn't have any problems with that.
Very good. There we go. And so I was talking about Mongolia making strides. India's making strides too.
Yeah, most definitely, yeah.
And the big thing that you notice is in the coaching and in the technique of the lifters.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the first thing. The strength in both of those teams, neither one of them's actually coming up yet in terms of the strength, but in terms of their technique and the attempts that they're calling seem to be far better and on a world-class level now. So, all right, Mark Morris is up now, Canada. He's got a personal best 258, which I'm assuming is a Canadian record. And here, this will be a PB for Mark Morris, Canada, 260.
I'm not sure on the size of the Canadian team this year, but it seems fairly small. Do you know?
It is a smaller team.
Yeah.
And it depends on year to year.
Yeah.
Year to year. Certain countries, it depends. And very, very good lifters in Canada. Very strong lifters.
Big smile at the top.
And lift is good.
Had to work a bit, but like you said, it was a PB for him. So,
you know, and some of that might not even be the weight, because if you've never done this in competition before, you might be a little tight on that. And see, now he can let it fly because he's got what he came here for, which is a personal best.
Yeah.
And so now we have Muhammad Yusuf's up, Indonesia, 280 kilos. He was good on his opener of 260. 20-kilo jump. Again, it's probably about the maximum that you'll see in this weight class, even out of the beef light or the lifters with the higher nominated totals.
Yeah, this body weight, you won't see more than a 20-kilo jump. It would be pretty rare. Works it down nice, comes up strong. That's good.
3 white lights for him.
I don't think I've seen a red light yet, if I'm honest with you. So let's keep it that way.
You know what you just did, Jack, don't you?
Oh, the comment. Oh no.
You just jinxed this entire flight. You know you don't say anything.
Hopefully the lifters will prove me wrong.
Well, in baseball, when you have a no-hitter going, you don't ever say anything.
Oh right.
So hopefully, I'm wrong and you're right, and everything goes fine. But
everyone looks stronger than openers, so.
No, they look really good.
Yeah.
These calls so far, every attempt has been chosen very well.
Yeah, definitely.
Well. Andre Stillbauer's up, Austria, good at 280 opener, 10-kilo jump to 290. So far I like the technique on all the lifters, and I like the coaching. I like the calls. They've been spot on.
Yeah, it's all pretty boss.
All right, there you see.
Yeah.
Jack, I think you owe him a beer later.
Yeah.
Because that one's on you. All right. Next up, Marco Sanchez, 300 kilos, Ecuador. So, in this sport, too, for the people that haven't competed in this or just train and think that this is a great sport to watch, they love the strength sport, you have to live controlled and within yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when you come out to an international and you've traveled around the world to lift, yeah.
At this level, you're not going to see someone who has a PB, personal best squat of 300, come in and just load 350 and be able to hit it.
Definitely.
It doesn't work that way. So the idea is controlled lifting within yourself, hit as many attempts as possible. You have 9 attempts, 3 in each of 3 disciplines, and force others to make the mistakes. Right now, Marco Sanchez, Ecuador, 300 kilos.
It's pretty good.
There you go. Good 2-to-1. That 1 in the center. That red that you're seeing, number 1, meant for depth. Well, I'll tell you, Marcos was walking around here looking a little stiff and feeling his age a little bit, walking into the on-deck area before we started the competition. But I'll tell you what, that squat looked great. He looked like he was feeling way better than he did on his first. So, all right, Simone Carniel's up, Italy, 315 kilos. He was good on his opener of 305.
Yeah, just coming into the last lift of this round. These are some big weights, and like you said, it's only the B group, but these are some phenomenal weights already.
I mean, generally what will distinguish the A group from the B group is the B group are generally better rounded lifters. Oftentimes in the A group, one of their three disciplines will be behind the other two a bit. But even if you're here and you're in the A group, you have two of the three lifts are pretty phenomenal for you.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Carniel's good, 315. Now, the last second attempt, Wataru Kobayakawa, Japan, 317.5.
He looked pretty strong as opener. Only a 10 kilo jump, so well within his reason. Let's wish him the best. It's a better walkout this time. Sits it in. Yeah, no problems. Yeah, 3 wide lights.
There you go, 3 weights, it's awesome.
Just coming into the third round of squats now. This is the big one. He's happy with that.
And just to give you an idea, put this in perspective a bit, these are heavy deadlifts. Heavy squats.
Yeah.
By standards of normality in the world, 250 kilos is a heck of a squat. The world record right now, we're going to see him in Andrei Sorokin in B group, is 375. It's 125 kilos more than this. Just to put that in perspective. All right now, Batsuk Mongolia is up.
Yeah, all of his attempts have pretty much looked the same, all fairly standard. Shouldn't have any problems with that, just like his first two.
And there we go. Now, we were talking earlier about how well-rounded your lifts are. Generally, your squat will be your heaviest and equipped.
Yeah.
And then depending on who you are and what weight class, either your bench press or your deadlift is better. It depends. In perspective now, Batsuk's third attempt squat was 250. His opening attempt bench press, 240. Highly unusual, but often seen among the Mongolians. Jaideep Krishna's up, India, 260 kilo third attempt.
Yeah, he works.
Very good technique right there.
It was a good call for the third attempt.
Beautiful. Perfect. You know, again, calling attention to everybody's technique and the calls that the coaches are making. That's what he had in him today. He had 260 kilos. 262.5 might not have gone. Great call. Right now, Mark Morris up, Canada. Again, personal best coming into this meet of 258. 260, his second attempt surpassed that. Seemed to be a little tentative. Let's see, he's a little more aggressive here on this 265 because now he's got that personal best in the books. And he wants to try to extend it right here. So let's go, Mark Morris, 265.
He's going to have to work hard in this. His second attempt was all right, but most certainly got to switch on for this one. Very controlled walkout. Sits it down, real positive.
All right, let's see what the referees say here. And it is good, 2-1, and that one light that you see. So that extends his PB. He came in with 258. Now he's at 265. That one light that you saw from the referee, that yellow card under the red light, meant that he thought the bar had gone down and had dipped. Right now, Andreas Stillbauer's up, Austria 290 kilos. He missed this on his second attempt. He has a personal best of 310, so this is still 20 kilos under his personal best. It should be well within his capacity.
For it, yes, not a very good fight on that. He done very well to stay with it on that one.
See what the referees say. That's a good lift. And there, again, going back to what we have been discussing before about technique,
yeah,
he pushed through his technique and did not let it break down.
He hit one hell of a sticking point. He just stayed with it, held his technique.
But his knees are staying behind his toes.
Yeah.
He's keeping his hips under the bar. If he tries to muscle this weight up, what happens, Jack?
He would not get it like you saw on the second attempt.
Right. The best athletes in this sport have immaculate technique,
yep,
and looks the same from attempt to attempt. They may look tougher, but the technique stays the same and stays intact.
It's all done in training. They've nailed their technique every single session.
All right, Muhammad Yusuf's up 300 kilos, Indonesia.
It's lovely. The thing is with the importance of good technique and training is when you come out here and you've got the PB on your back or in your hands, the technique becomes second nature. You don't even have to think about it.
So he got 3 red lights for depth, and on that instant replay there, you could see he was high. It was no good. All right, Marco Sanchez is up, Ecuador 307.5. The national team coach from Ecuador opened with 290, went to 300, which looked even better, Jack, than the 290 opener, and now he's at 307.5. So he went 10 kilo jump and then 7.5 kilo jump.
Yep.
Generally, your second jump will be smaller than your first. Here we go, Marco Sanchez, 307.5.
Let's wish him the best of luck. It's a tough call coming out here being the head coach and lifting. Takes a lot of experience. It takes a lot more of your effort having to deal with not only yourself. Unlucky on that one.
All right, that's 7.5 kilos there. I think the Ecuadorian team owes him that 7.5 kilos.
Yeah.
That right there is just a fatigue issue. That second attempt at 300 was very easy for him. All right. Simone Carniel's up, Italy 320, good at 305, good at 315. Now a 5 kilo jump to 320.
He's wearing the SBD knee wraps. I can confirm they are one of the tightest wraps. However, all knee wraps hurt.
This sport, you have to have a high tolerance for pain and for pressure on your body, just even from training.
Yeah. Very positive on the way down, and very strong on the way back up.
That looks like his best one of the...
That was very solid.
There you go, 3 white lights. Very demonstrative there.
We walk off a happy man. And the last lift of the group, 327 from the Japanese lifter.
Wataru is up now, 327.5, good at 307.5, 10 kilo jump to 317.5, and another 10 kilo jump to 327.5.
Takes his time on the walkout.
Strong. Let's see what the referees say here. All right, white lights for Wataru. Right, we're now moving into the B flight. UC Zhang, Chinese Taipei, is up 225 kilos. Bar is a loaded UC Zhang. Chinese Taipei, 225.
Here he comes up now. Looks very calm, very collected. Plenty deep. Doesn't get much easier than that. It looks like a warm-up. Plenty in the tank there. You can see why he was so calm and collected. And now we have the Kazakhstan lifter with 290 kilos. I think the heaviest squat of this group is 355. That's a lot of weight. I think the bar's been loaded, so he should be up any minute now. Like I said, he must have had a slight mistiming with getting his knee wraps on and stuff. Like you said, he's just getting his wrist wraps on now.
All right, Abdulkarim Tuluganov is up. Kazakhstan, 290 kilos.
Plenty deep. I feel like he kind of he hit the hole a little bit wrong on that one. Maybe it was because he was a little bit rushed. But you can see on here, like he kind of shifts forward at the bottom. But again, this is open weight, so you shouldn't have much problems with stuff like that.
It's much easier to make a correction on an opener than it is on a third attempt.
Yeah.
All right, Tudor Vasilev is up, Bulgaria. So he is opening now at 290. He has a personal best of 325 in the squat.
Technical controller tell him to wait. One of the rules is you have to be set before you walk out. So the technical controller is just making sure he's all set before he lets him onto the platform.
Is there anything that you can adjust on the platform once you've gotten past the technical controller?
I think you can adjust your belt and a few other minor things, but you generally don't really want to. You want to be focused on the lift. So that's why it's so important to get ready, get 100% ready before you go out, and with plenty of time.
Vasilev 290. And the lift is good.
And the weight stays for Adrian Guacuin from Argentina. It's 290 kilograms.
Adrian Guacuin's up. Argentina, 290 kilos. So the way these groups are organized is by the nominated total. So each nation, when they nominate their lifters, puts in the total that they hit, the highest total leading up into that World Championships. And see, it looked like easy.
A little bit soft on the standing up. Yeah, that should no problem.
A little bit, so we'll take notice of that right on the, as you said, your technique tends to break down, so he is a little soft here in his knees.
It just looked at the top, he was a bit shaky, maybe he was starting to lose his balance or something.
His knees are a little bit loose, so yeah, we'll see what happens. Jacek Pakala's up, pulling 310 kilos. Jacek's opening here at 310. He has a personal best of 332.5. However, he has not done that in 7 years. So his next within any recent competition is 317.5. So we'll keep an eye on that.
He was up strong. Let's see what the referees say.
And there we go, problem. 3 white lights. So he hit last year in Orlando at the World Open Powerlifting Championship. He hit 317.5. That looked fairly easy opener at 310 for him.
Yep.
Max Lockschmidt's up now, Germany, 315.
Hope you should surpass that.
You know, sometimes people go through a period of injury where they're kind of backed off from training a little bit because of work or family, because virtually no one can make a living at powerlifting. So you're working a job plus you're working. Yeah. This is like 2 jobs training for this, and then you have your full-time job. So it's almost like having 3 jobs. All right, Lockschmidt is up now, 315 kilos. He has our personal best in international competition of 320. So he's well set up to establish to beat that, and he just did that this year at the European Powerlifting Championships.
Yep.
You're joining us here in Pilsen, Czech Republic for the men's 83 kilo weight class, World Open Powerlifting Championships 2017.
Dips it in, comes up fairly smoothly. A little dip at the end,
really
shouldn't
good.
Be a problem at all. Yep.
There you go. And that, you know, again, talking about technique, that little dip gives him speed into the hole.
So here,
and watch the dip, boom, down. So you will see that there. All right, Kim Reino Rovag's up now, Norway. Kim Reino has a personal best of 330 kilos, opening at 315. Kim Reino is a very, very intense lifter.
A lot of support from the Norwegian lifters as well. You definitely get the sense that they're one big family.
They definitely spend a lot of time together, eat together, meetings together. One of the friendliest contingents here, and one of the most consistent and strongest, as everybody knows too. You know, Vikings love to pull. Yeah. They're big in the deadlift. Right now, Kim Reino Rovag, 315 kilos.
Sits it in nicely. It's had wobbly, but shouldn't have any problems.
Let's see what the referees say here. There you go. 3 reds for depth. He definitely shallowed up on that. You see here on the replay, watch.
Yeah, he just cut it. Just needed to dip it in a little bit more. Shouldn't have any troubles with the second attempt. And there he is getting carried off the platform, but you can't see that.
All right, Yulan Anwar, Kazakhstan is up 330 kilos. So he's opening at 330. He has a PB, personal best squat of 350. Again, that was done a while back. His most recent at the World Classic, he actually did 277.5 this year.
It's a strong setup. Works it in. Fairly slow, but I would say it was smooth. He's very slow on the way down, so maybe with a bit more weight you could get down to depth a little bit easier.
Very good lift. Yeah, oftentimes with the gear and the wraps being so tight, your openers are sometimes a little bit
Yeah.
more difficult because you actually have to force yourself down into the equipment.
Yeah, I definitely know lifters that their worst attempt is their first one because everything's so tight and just getting down takes half their energy.
Well, now you know another one because that's how I am. My thirds look much better than my first.
Yeah.
Always.
And you see that a lot with the bench shirt as well, like people trying to find the touch and get the touch on the bench shirt.
Andre Nanyev's up 330 kilos. He is a strong, solid lifter. I mean, he has an opportunity. He is good enough that he could win gold medal.
He's definitely on for it.
In any of the disciplines and the total.
Beautiful technique. Very well held. Very strong.
All right, let's see if he sets the pace here. There you go. So now we have Andre Sorokin's coming up. He's put a little bit of pressure on Sorokin already. 355. Nanyev's in there at 330. I mean, this is Alexei Sorokin is probably the strongest squatter in here, but you have to do what? Jack, you have to make attempts, correct?
Yep, you have to build your total. It's all about building that total.
All right, so Nanyev already had a very, very easy opener of 330, just absolutely smoked it. And now Sorokin's up 355.
Let's hope this is nice and easy for him. Works it in. Very strong coming up. Shouldn't have any problems with that.
All right, and that 355 opener is very easy for Sorokin. It's only 25 kilos off, actually 20 kilos, apologize, off his world record of 375. Be interesting to see what he puts in. Does he try to match that world record, exceed it, or come just under that, and then break it on his third? So, but remember too, the number one thing coming in for these lifters is to do what, Jack, here in this meet?
Build the total.
To do what?
Build the total.
And win a world championship, right? So that's number one. Any world records you get within the flow of the meet are awesome, but I'll tell you, any of these lifters getting a world record and coming in silver because they missed something else or attempted something, they don't want to do that.
He's just put in 370, which means he probably is thinking about exceeding his world record.
Exactly right. UC Shang is up now, good at 225. Took a 15-kilo jump to 240. And also, too, with a world record, the next person that sets that world record kind of wipes your name out of the record books. If you're listed as the 2017 World Powerlifting Champion, you were always in that book as the world champion.
That's exactly what my coach says to me. He says, records, they're not forever. However, if you were to win, no matter what you won, you could always say that, like you said, in 2017, I won the World Championships. Records will always go.
And that was a good lift right there. So now, Abdikarim Tuleganov is up. Kazakhstan, 300 kilos. Took a 10-kilo jump after a very easy 290-kilo opener.
The 10-kilo jump from his opener. Very reasonable. Sits it in nice. I think this is the lifter that I said at the bottom. He shifted forward a bit. That definitely looked a lot better.
And so we'll see what happens there. And to answer, we're talking about what's the replay here. Watch his left knee, the one closest to us. Boy, look at that. See the way that just twitched there?
Yeah.
The lift actually looked easier than his opener, but I think his technique was starting to break down a little bit more.
Should be interesting what they go for the third attempt. I can't imagine it'll be much more.
So Sorkin opened at 355, went to 370, 15 kilos, so he's 5 kilos under matching his world record. So now we know he's coming just on this side of it, and then he's going to break it on his neck, because his thing is looking to win the world championship. Todor Vasilev is up now, Bulgaria 305.
Solid setup. Works it in nice. Well caught by the spotters on that. Just looked like there wasn't much. Just like the weight was a little bit too heavy on that one. Maybe if he's a little bit more positive on the third attempt, maybe he'll get there.
I think he's in a little bit of trouble there. He didn't look comfortable at all.
No.
Adrian Guaquin's up. Argentina 305.
305 kilograms.
Good on his opener of 290. Again, we're seeing that 15 kilo jump, which is very comfortable in this weight class.
Works it. Well caught by the spotters.
Again,
this is the lifter that we said at the top was very soft.
And
Like
again,
I said, he just couldn't quite lock it out. Couldn't quite squeeze through that sticking point. Held the technique well, but...
So we had a couple of athletes that we were looking at that we said had weak technique on their openers, and you could see that got magnified on the second attempt. Third attempt, it even gets magnified more because now you've missed and you're tired from missing.
Yeah.
Kim Rhino Rolvag is up now.
Just cut his opener a little bit. Like I say, you should just dip it in that little bit more, and there should be 3 white lights, no problem.
I mean, it looked very, very light on his back coming out. Watch the pick and the walkout. How light it looks on Kim Rhino's back. He is bull strong, very intense.
Just doing his pre-lift ritual. We all have a little pre-lift ritual.
I mean, that is so light on his back right there.
Yeah, definitely.
Look much better for Kim Rhino.
Come up easier than his opener. Yep.
3 white lights.
See, why couldn't he do that the first time?
Well, you know, he was feeling for the bottom too. Here he drops in. He drops in, gets the hip dip.
That's
there he
no
goes.
problems.
And again, we talked about how the Norwegian team were very close and very friendly and outgoing. They're all sitting together right now. There's, I don't know, 10 or 11 of them are sitting together now, including coaches and family members and so forth.
Yeah.
All right, Jacek Spakali is up. Poland 325. He was good on his opener of 310. And again, Jacek is far off of his personal best of 332.5, but that was set almost a decade ago in the Poland Championships.
If he nails this, maybe he'll have a little chip away at it. First, got to get this one first.
Yeah, I think he'll take a shot at it.
He come up strong. Let's just see what the referees say.
There you go, 2-1. That's awesome. So Jacek has not done this well, as I was just saying, in nearly a decade. That's fantastic for him. You know, recently the biggest squat he's had in international competition was 300. So I'm real happy for him. He's a good guy, kind of quiet, and there you go. He's on his way. Might have a shot at a PB today, which would be awesome for him, an all-time PB. And when you get to be a Masters lifter, if you get an all-time PB, wow, that's something to say. I mean, you're getting better as you get older. Right now, Max Lockschmidt is up. Germany, 325 kilos. He was good at 315, 10 kilo jump, 325. Max Lockschmidt, Germany.
Gets their dip. And comes up. It's got quite a high bar position.
Yes, it
very
does.
narrow stance. You typically don't see a high bar squatter with, especially in the grip lifting.
Yeah, you definitely don't. But watch him here. Watch the dip.
He's very
at the bottom.
He's very upright, and then he just dips it in and comes back up. Yeah, to work to get that through. So I can't imagine it'll take too much of a bigger jump, but there definitely is more there.
And that dip that you're seeing is a planned dip, right? It's not.
Yeah,
he's not falling into it. It's
that's drilled into his training. That's definitely a technique you'll see all around the world.
Just remember, a body at motion tends to stay in motion. A body at rest tends to stay at rest, right? Newton's laws. And so they try to get the most speed possible into the bottom. It's actually easier to reverse and come back up with a faster moving bar than it is a slower moving bar. A slower moving bar must be stopped and then restarted. A fast bar, you can just reverse it.
That's why it's very important to be really positive on the way down. You can't just let the bar, you can't just go, you have to work it down. You have to be positive and you have to stay tight and hold that technique. It's really, really a lot of skill involved.
All right, Ulan underwear's up.
He's shaky on the way down.
Kazakhstan 340, wow.
No, he's very shaky.
And he cut that high, too.
Yeah. He didn't look very comfortable.
Sorry, no.
And he had, even on his 330 opener, he was very shaky. I mean, as a coach, I don't know what I do here with that 340. I mean, obviously you can't change it. You only have a choice to go up. You're not going up there. The only other choice is to pass that lift. It's going to be interesting to see because it wasn't even, I didn't think it was even close.
No.
Andre Nanyev's up now. Calling for 342.5.
His opener was very easy. So let's see what happens. There are no issues with his technique. And I'm sure he's a very experienced lifter. So he knows his business.
Now this moves him into silver medal position in the squat behind Alexei Sorkin.
Yeah, easy.
Boy, he looks solid right there.
2-1.
Wow, that was an easier.
Is that the same as his opener?
That's about the same as his opener. And so now he took a 10-kilo jump. I'm sorry, took a 12.5-kilo jump. 350 is his PB. So let's see what you're doing. Again, PBs aren't important. The most important thing is what right now?
Building the total.
To do what?
Build the total.
To win a world championship, right? All right. So Alexei Sorkin is up now. Russia 370. All right, so this is 5 kilos off his world record, 375. Let's see him give it a ride here. His 355 is very easy.
Yeah, not too many issues with that.
Let's see what the referees say here.
Yeah, 3 white lights.
All righty.
Do you put it on? I think you put it on. I'd put it on.
Well, you have to. At this point, you have to put it on. So what we're saying about putting it on is 375 is the record. What does he need to break the record?
He could put 0.5 on it if he wanted to. He could put on anything he wants.
Right. So 375.5.
Yep.
Is the minimum he needs to break the record. He can put on more if he wants.
Yep.
Nanyev just put in 352.5.
So the gold medal is already secure.
Well,
so you might as well put it on.
I mean, it's gold medal in the squat. But
yeah,
now if we start talking about projected out farther, remember that Nanyev is a much better bencher than Sorkin, and they're almost equal in the deadlift.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Sorkin has to push his squat. Nanyev has to push his bench, and then they'll battle on third attempt deadlifts. Right now, Yuxi Zhang is up, Chinese Taipei, 252.5. But when we were given that preview a little bit earlier, that's what we're talking about the fight here. You got a great squatter against a great bencher, and they're both great deadlifters. Here we go, Yuxi Zhang, Chinese Taipei.
Yep, easy. All of his attempts have been very easy today.
And there you go, beautiful.
He's just cruising.
3 for 3 is good. You come in here and you build your total and you see what happens.
Yep.
Right, Todor Vasilev from Bulgaria missed this 305 on his second. Just didn't look comfortable at all. But was good at 290. Went to 305, 15 kilo jump. Did not look comfortable. He is retaking that 305. We have two lifters in that same situation. Joaquin from Argentina is in the same situation, but right now Todor Vasilev is up 305. Third attempt.
Let's wish him the best of luck. He gave it a good go.
And
just a bit too much for the day.
Yeah, and I don't think that that's a strength issue there. I think that that's, and it's not even a training issue. I think that one's a confidence issue because his technique never broke down. If you watch here, his technique doesn't break down. He just sort of says, I don't think I can get this. His technique is still good, still there, and just kind of there, but he never broke down. So that was good. So your technique's good, your training's good. Now you just got to work on strengthening the mind a little bit. Adrian Gauquelin's up. Same exact situation. 290 made, 305 miss. I'm trying to take 305 now.
Again, he misses second. More positive on the way down this time. Just a little bit too heavy on the day.
So with those two lower nominated lifters within this group, you saw both the same thing. Technique is there, but they just didn't have that little extra bit of oomph. Now watch the difference in the confidence level of these next few lifters that we'll see. We'll see a difference in the confidence in the way they come out of the group after this. So right now, Abdikarim Teleganov is up. Kazakhstan 310. He was good at 290. Went to 300. Symmetrical 10 kilo jumps to 310. Let's see what he does here.
Doesn't look like he's coming out for this attempt, so he's just running the clock down.
No, so oftentimes what athletes will do is they'll put in an attempt. If they're not going to take it, they will just load the bar and run the clock time, because especially in equipped lifting, you are balancing how much time you have between attempts. So a lifter passing on an attempt really hurts the other competitors. It's sportsmanlike to leave that, put in another attempt in. They knew when he came off the platform that they weren't going to take that 300. All right, so now again, we're moving into the higher nominated group of this group. Starting with Kim Reiner Rolvang, Norway, 325. He missed 315 on depth. It was very easy for him. Crush 315 on his second. 10 kilo jump to 325 right now.
Shouldn't have put, if he lifts it like a second attempt, then he shouldn't have any problems.
Turns around looking at the clock with his time.
He's got plenty of it.
But watch how deliberate he is. The more elite the lifter, the more deliberate they are. Watch his walkout, how easy this bar is, how light it is on his back. That is 325 kilos.
Sits it in nice.
That is very good, very strong, 2-to-1. All it takes is 2 white lights. That's what you got. Kim Reino's got to be very happy after missing his opener to come back.
The bar is loaded.
Now the German lifter. Max 330.
Max Lockschmidt's up 330 kilos. All right, so this is well. The second attempt was a 5 kilo PB for him.
So he's chipping away at that personal best again.
Yeah,
This is a very strong squat, very big weight.
Very big weight. Let's see what he does here now.
He's got that high bar, narrow stance technique.
Technique broke down a little bit on the second. Let's watch it on his third.
Dips it in. It was actually better than his second attempt.
Way better than his second attempt.
Much better than his second attempt.
Yeah. That's strong. So, and that's what we were talking about earlier, Jack. Sometimes a little bit more weight helps you get down and be a little more secure. Watch here. Watch the dip into the hole.
So he works it down. He's nice and controlled. Just a little dip to please the referees. And he comes up better than his second attempt. Big shout out to that man.
All right, Jacek Spakalia's up. Poland 3:32.5.
He's gone for the equal PB, I believe.
That is tying his PB. But this will be a personal best in international competition for him. He set this 2010, 7 years ago.
I believe he's a Masters Lifters as well.
He is a Masters lifter.
So a Masters lifter competing in the Open, you've got to give that man a big shout out. It takes a lot of balls to do it. Yes.
That's great to see there from Jacek. Referees say 3 white lights. He's got to be so excited.
3 for 3.
He's got to be so excited. My goodness gracious.
He's a happy man.
All right, right now we're loading the bar to 340 kilos for Ulan Anwar, Kazakhstan.
His second attempt was very shaky. Just looked like he didn't quite get the lift right. So hopefully he can come back and correct all the things he did wrong. Maybe a little more control on the walkout and a little bit more control. Hopefully try to minimise that shaking, and he should be fine. Right
now, Anwar is in 4th place, both in the total, obviously in the squat, because we only have one discipline in, so the total is limited just to his squat. But this will move him up into give him the bronze medal in the squat. Ulan Anwar, Kazakhstan, 340 kilos.
He's a little bit more controlled this time. Looks a bit more comfortable. Yeah, much better. He came up with it.
Yeah, but let's see. It looks like he still was feeling some nerves from it.
Yeah, 2-1. I thought I had my doubts. I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, you don't want to jinx. You only jinx one lifter. We don't want to jinx anybody else. Right, right now, Andrei Nanyev's up 352.5. This is a personal best for Nanyev. He is having a great day. He's always been, I have thought he was always the physically stronger lifter in this 83 kilo class. Sorokin performs better, but I always thought Nanyev was the strongest lifter. So right now, 352.5. He's already got silver in the squat, trying to extend that. Making this, he puts a little bit more pressure on Sorokin, who has called for the world record, 377.5.
This guy's first and second attempt look basically the same. So he's well within himself. Looks solid as always. Sits it in.
Let's see what the referees say.
Pretty smooth, pretty smooth. Yep, 3
huge. That is a huge squat for Nanyev. It's a personal best. The reason it's huge is he is a significantly better bench presser than Sorokin. He puts huge pressure on Sorokin to make this third attempt that also will be a 2.5 kilo world record on this. So he has called for 377.5. He only needed 375.5 for the world record, but he needs all of these kilos to beat Nanyev right now. So we're looking for a world record and a little bit of comfortable wiggle room moving into the bench press. If he misses it here, Nanyev kind of takes control and takes the wheel of the car. Right now, Andrei Sorokin, Russia, 377.5, world record attempt.
Yeah, it works. Oh, it's not quite there.
Wow. Wow.
It's going to be interesting later on.
And I'm not wowing about missing the world record. I'm wowing about missing a third attempt and allowing the
He clipped the rack a little bit, actually.
Yeah.
I just saw that.
Yep. He got himself forward, and that's why he did it. I mean, when you watch these squats here, their walkouts are so short.
Yeah.
They try to be as close as possible. If you lean a little bit, you're going to hit the rack. All right, so right now, guys, you got to come back here because we got a dogfight between two of the greatest lifters in the history of powerlifting, Nanyev and Sorokin. Come on back and see how they battle out. We'll be back in about 10 minutes to start the bench press. And welcome back to the World Open Powerlifting Championships 2017 edition, Pilsen, Czech Republic. I'm Elliot Feldman here with Jack Johnson. How you doing there, Jack?
Very good, thank you.
All righty now. So what we had going on in the squat was pretty impressive. We had Nanya from the Ukraine hit a 352.5. Sorokin from Russia hit a 370. Now it sounds to everybody like Sorokin would be ahead, right? Because he's got the higher squat, right?
Yeah,
but the difference is we saw a world record attempt from Sorokin at 377.5.
Just wasn't quite there.
Didn't have it, but Nanyev is opening at 260 in the bench press. World record attempt. We will see a third from him. Guarantee of 275.5 from him. And that is the world record. Right now, Jadeep Krishna's up. India, 135 kilos.
Yep, pretty easy.
All righty. Should be an easy opening attempt. There you go. Good 2-1. Center yellow light you see is probably ahead. Let's see if we can see the head right there. No, I'm not sure quite what that was for. Okay. So anyway, I'd like to thank our sponsors too: Bull, Rogue, Reband, Aleco, Vision, JMB Steel, Goodlift, and we're here at the fabulous Park Hotel in Pilsen, Czech Republic. Mark Morris up now, Canada. Opening bench press 175 kilos. He had a best squat of 265.
It was very strong as well. Big PB from him as well. He was just telling the lift out guy what he wants. Sometimes you get a little problem of language where, let's say the lifter speaks English and you're in a foreign country, you tell him all these rules on what you like and he can't even understand you, but I think they speak English. And that was pretty solid, fairly standard. He had a little bit of at the top, but it just seemed like he lost the line. Maybe it was pushing forward a little bit.
Take a look here and walk us through this, Jack.
So he's got under it and he's just had to push it that a little bit back and he's locked it out. But like I said, I think I said during the squat, sometimes especially with the bench press, the first one is the worst one because they're trying to get it down, you need the right weight to get the touch, and sometimes you're really trying to work the touch and it takes a lot of energy to bring that weight down.
All right, Muhammad Yusuf's up, Indonesia, 185 kilos. We're going to have to keep an eye on Mark Morris. I think his butt looked like it was starting to come up. We'll see that now. He's taking a 7.5 kilo jump, so we'll watch on a second. Now, Yusuf's up.
Absolutely no issues with that. Very strong. Not sure. It might have been. I think we'll have a look. Maybe the bum come up. One referee saw the bum come up.
Let's see if the bum or the foot. Let's see what we got.
Not too sure. You can't quite see that angle. Obviously, the referee's got the perfect angle.
All right. Simone Carniel's up now. Italy, 190 kilos. He had a big squat in this group of 320 kilos.
It was very strong as well. Very strong. Tucking them shoulder blades in, getting that chest up. Probably the most common cue on the bench press is chest up. Holds the line. Nice touch. And comes up strong.
There you go. And that lift is good. 3 white lights. All right, Marco Sanchez is up. Ecuadorian team coach, 200 kilo opener. He got credited with his second attempt squat of 300 kilos.
That shirt looks jacked right down. Little trouble locking it out.
See that left elbow looked a little wobbly coming in, but there you go.
Yep, here with a bit of downward movement. I assume the blue light is what that was for. Let's have a look again. Yeah, ever so slight on that one side.
Now again, the rule is, so we're covering the rule. You saw that one side and the left elbow drop. The rule is the whole of the bar must descend. So in that situation, I would say that was a nearly perfect lift.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the whole of the bar. So one hand can lock out, then the other hand, as long as the entire length of the bar does not descend, then you should be good with that. Andreas Stillbauer's up now. Opening attempt 210. He was good at a best squat of 290.
Just holding that line. It's very important in the bench shirt that that line stays perfect, because it will go on your belly, it will go over your face.
There you go.
Them safeties aren't there for no reason. They ain't just there for show.
Three white lights there and a watch.
Quite often with shirted bench, goes over the head when you lose a line. I've done it myself many a time. First time I went over there when I was training, I let out the girliest scream.
Wataru Kobayakawa's up now. Japan, 210 kilos. He had a good opening, a good squat of 327.5. So what Jack's talking about there is that we call it the bubble. So basically, you can almost picture that there's like a Bosu ball sitting on your chest.
Yeah.
And you need to pull it down to the center of that, and that's what we talk about, the center of the bubble. He talks about getting off center. If you pull it either north or south of that, it'll sometimes kick the bar to you. So he's pulling down into that bubble. There you go.
One red light. There's a yellow, so might have been the bum. In a bit of troubles working that down, but I say put a bit more weight, and that trouble will become all right.
Now, so even with these heavy weights that we're talking here, 237.5 kilo opener by Gansuk Batsuk of Mongolia, you were actually pulling the bar down to the chest.
Yeah.
You're not just lowering it. So he is not just lowering 237.5. He is pulling, almost doing a bent over row of 237.5 against the resistance of the shirt.
I think another important thing is what I like to think is you're bringing your chest to the bar as well. I always like to think you're meeting halfway. Obviously, it doesn't quite work like that, but
correct. As the bar's coming down, you're pushing up, you're chesting up.
You're pushing your chest up to the bar as much as you're pulling it down. It was very tight to bring it down there. Didn't quite get the line. Pushed it forward straight away.
All right, start of second attempts. Jadeep Krishna, India's up 145 kilos. He was good at 135, 10 kilo jump, pretty normal. Generally, you will see in the bench, or oftentimes in the bench, you'll see more symmetrical increases.
His shirt looks pretty loose. You can tell his hands are basically by his sides. You can see how loose his shirt is.
And generally, the tighter the shirt, you'll see the shoulders internally rotated.
Yeah.
And again, that's a lot of force. So you actually have to forcefully externally rotate and then pull the bar down. There's a lot of force just getting this bar down. So easy it is for him there. That is a very loose shirt.
And you can tell it's a loose shirt because obviously as soon as he gets the pop off the chest, and it's literally just all him blocking that out. They might want to jack the shirt a little bit
and pull that down.
Yeah, what you can do is you pull the chest plate down, makes the shirt tighter.
All right, so what we said now about Mark Morris, his opener 175 was good, so we gotta watch his buttocks here. That must remain in contact with the bench. From our butt cam vantage point, it looked like that butt, to me anyway, looked like it lost contact. He got 3 white lights. Let's see what happens here on this 182.5. It's a 7.5 kilo jump from 175.
Big shout out to the centre lift out. It's a very important job. Can mess a lifter up. Looks like he knows his business, so keep the lifters happy.
Interesting, those hips look like they came up. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights. All right, we're going to get a replay here.
Lovely touch. May have been a slight little butt lift, but he got away with it.
You're a nice man there.
Yeah.
Are you the type of man who calls stupid people pretty? She's rather pretty.
I'm nice to everyone.
You're nice. You Brits are so polite and nice. Muhammad Yusuf's up now, 195.
Very wide stance on the foot. Comes up very strong though.
Very, very easy right there. And that's a 10 kilo jump. Be interesting to see if I'd say he put in probably a 7.5 next. Generally, you're not going to see a 10 and a 10 in the bench, but he's very solid. See how far his feet are underneath of him?
Yeah, that's excellent mobility.
All right.
He's happy with that.
Simone Carniel, Italy is up 197.5. He was good at 190.
7.5 key jump. His opener was standard, very smooth, very solid.
The bench press is a little bit different than the other two disciplines. You can see people badly miss their first and second attempts and come back and hit it easily on their third attempt with the same weight.
Yeah. Like I said, sometimes the line is so fine on the bench that, like, from getting enough weight for it to touch, for it being light enough that you can press it, sometimes the line is very fine. And you don't see it as much with a full power competition with the squat, bench and deadlift, but with the bench only, you definitely see people right on the line. That's why you see it.
Right.
Generally a lot more people don't get bench presses because it's all or nothing really.
Right, yeah, no, I agree totally. All right, right now Marco Sanchez is up. He was good at 200, 7 kilo jump to 207.5. I definitely think that bench-only lifters versus full power view bench press differently.
Yeah.
And you have some bench press only people who their attitude is they're going to put something on the bar and just take 3 attempts to try and hit it, where you have full power guys that are going to try to build that total leading into the deadlift.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. In the bench only, there's no total building. So if it's 10 kilos more for the win, but it's like completely too heavy for you, you're going to put it on anyway. If that makes sense. Didn't quite explain that.
Right, because missing doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, you don't. There's no need to it won't hurt you in the long run.
There you go. All right, good 2-1 from Marcos. Wataru Kobayakawa is up now. Japan, 215 kilos. He was good at 210 opener. Looked pretty easy. Years competing, 25.
He's a veteran. Again, big shout out. He's a Masters lifter, completing the Open. By no means out of his depth.
Anyway, you're joining us here for the World Open Powerlifting Championships, men's and women's, Pilsen, Czech Republic, 2017. I'm Elliot Feldman here with Jack Johnson. Right now we have Wataru Kobayakawa, Japan, 215 kilo, second attempt. And there we see on full display the nearly perfect technical bench pressing style of the Japanese, right? I mean, they are known as technicians of the bench press. And I think most of what we know as technique in the modern equipped bench press has come from the Japanese lifters. They've made major changes in it. And I think everybody, you're even seeing they were really good at the lighter weight classes, but even their style has moved into the heavier weight classes.
You definitely see a lot of people taking inspiration from their techniques.
All right, Andreas Stillbauer's up, Austria 217.5. That's a PB for him. It's a 7.5 kilo jump from his very easy 210 kilo opener.
Pulls that bar on tight. Looks like he's held the line pretty good. A little bit of work at the top. Wouldn't take too much of a bigger jump from that.
No, not at all.
But again, it was a PB, so can't be unhappy with that.
All right, Batsuk is up. Mongolia 237.5. Yeah,
missed his opener. He just didn't quite get it right. Looked like he brought the bar down too over his belly.
No, and this is what, you know, with the development where the Mongolian program is right now, this is where most of them come to really display what they're doing. They're great bench pressers.
Yeah. Which,
as everybody knows, I mean, that's the one lift that virtually everybody in the world does, is the bench press in the gym. So these guys, you know,
it's all about the ultimate bragging rights, how much you bench, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. No one ever asks you what you deadlift or squat.
No one cares.
So you're a powerlifter. Well, how much do you bench?
Yep.
Well, right now we're going to find out with Batsuk, 237.5 on the bar.
Yeah, a lot more control on the way down. You still had to work it up, still had to muscle it up though.
Now let's see what the referees say. All right, good 3 white lights. I'm willing to bet he put some weight on there, and that third attempt is easier than the second.
I said a lot more controlled. He's really trying to fight that line, take his time. He's under it very nicely. He still has to muscle it up, but he locks it out pretty good.
Sometimes, depending on how the lifters do their warm-ups and when they put their shirts on, that shirt, that the material for that shirt may have just gotten warm. And it wasn't really warm enough on that opening attempt. It could be it just couldn't get the bar down easy enough. But right now we have Jadeep Krishna's up India, 150 kilos.
Looks like he's jacked the shirt a little bit.
Yep, he went 135, 145, 150.
Like what we said, his shirt is very loose.
But even jacked, it's still a very loose shirt.
Yeah, that's all him. Just locking that last little bit. Yep.
All right, let's see what they say.
A little bit of downward movement.
Wow, I want to see that. They gave him downward movement to the bar, but let's see. I want to see this on the replay and see if the whole bar goes down.
Personally, I think that's a little bit harsh.
It's not too posh, is it? You know? This is not too posh, is it? No. It's not the cleanest.
No.
I mean, you could appeal that. We have a jury here. It's either 3 or 5 referees. Today we're using 3 here at the World Open Championships that you could go up to and say, hey, you know, are you in agreement? That thing, within the rule book, it says they can only overrule an egregious mistake by the referees. That was not. That was a borderline lift, got a borderline call. It stands in the books. Right now, Mark Morris is up 187.5. Again, let's watch that. The buttocks, we've been watching it for the first 2 attempts.
Solid touch. Let's go punch it. Yep.
All right. See what the referees say. All right, there you go. 3 white lights.
He's 6 for 6 at the moment.
Yeah, he's doing really well. He's building a total.
Big smile on his face.
I think we just drove a lorry right under that, right under him right there. Yeah.
I saw 3 white lights.
I think. Yeah, I know you saw 3 white lights. You're not jaded like me. Everybody gets white lights. You're still a nice guy.
Yeah.
That was a very pretty lift. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, referees, And that's the hardest thing for referees to see in the bench press is that buttocks. Not egregious, but he probably needs to know that that's happening so he can adjust his training.
Yeah.
And it's not going to change the outcome of this meet at all. All right, right now, Muhammad Yusuf's up, Indonesia, 2025. He's taking a 7.5 kilo jump.
To re-rack the bar. I think his hands were what the bar has as the power rings. I think he was the power rings were showing. That's usually the case. He's still got 10 seconds.
Man, that just didn't have it.
It's really it's very hard to take that weight out, hold it for 5-6 seconds, and get it racked, and then having to do it all over again. Especially in the shirt, like it's just
exactly. All right. Simone Corniel's up, Italy, 205, good at 190, good at 197.5, taking another symmetrical 7.5 kilo jump to 205.
This guy squatted brilliantly.
It's a rather big squat for this grouping. We are on the A group, men's 83 kilos, 217 World Open Championships in Pilsen, Czech Republic.
Yep, that was nice.
Kind of looked like your second one, didn't it?
Yep. No problems with that.
Loading 215 kilograms for Michael Sanchez from Ecuador.
$215 kilos now.
All right, Marco Sanchez, good at 200. 7.5 kilos to 207.5, another 7.5 kilos to 215. He went 2 for 3 in the squat, missing only his third of 307.5, trying to go 3 for 3 in the bench.
Yep.
215 kilos now, Marco Sanchez, Ecuador. I'm sure he'll get that. It looked like one of his elbows weren't locked. And it is no good. Just did not finish it off.
Couldn't quite finish it off.
You know, and I think these third attempts, I think we'll probably see the same thing in the deadlift for him. Coaching all week and flying here and having meetings. I think he's actually going home tomorrow.
Is he?
He's not even staying the whole week. It's just a little bit taxing on him, and I think it's affecting his thirds. So right now, Taru Kobayakawa is up, Japan, 220 kilos. He's attempting to go 3 for 3 in the bench. 2 5 kilos symmetrical jumps from first to second and second to third.
Holds that line brilliantly, gets the pop and locks the triceps out. That's a beautiful bench press.
And the lift is good. There he goes.
Very efficiently used that shirt. Held the line beautifully there. And notice the pop he gets. And then just locks the triceps.
Andreas Stillbauer's up, Austria, 222.5. 7.5 kilos from 210 to 217.5. Another 7.5 kilos, 5 kilos to 222.5.
Works it down. Pretty smooth touch. Yep, no problems with that.
All right, see what the referees say. 3 whites.
Yep. It's a nice smile on his face.
Oh, yeah.
242.5 kilograms as his third attempt.
242 now.
All right.
Last lift of this group.
Batsuk, Mongolia's up to 42.5.
He missed his opener, he made up for it on the second. Now he's just took a little 5 kilo jump.
He's already far and away the best bench presser in the A group.
Yep. Over nice and tight. Big breath. Done very well.
See what the referees say. 2 white lights, that's all it takes.
1 call for downward movement.
Let's watch the bar. Again, the whole of the bar has to descend for us.
He done very well. He didn't get very much pop out of that shirt. He just muscled his way all the way to lockout. Maybe the blue lights wasn't down moving. Maybe so. He was a little bit soft.
Yeah.
On
could be.
Elbows. Yeah.
Could be too. You're right. You're exactly right. Could be the elbow.
Into the second group now.
We're into Group B.
Going to see some big benches.
Abdikarim Tuleganov is your first lifter up at 160 kilos and a good squat of 300. So more than likely we're going to see a world record attempt here.
Yeah. This would be really important for the Russian to try and go 3 for 3 on his benches because he'll need to come to deadlift.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
And the same for the Ukrainian.
And going into these squats, Sorokin normally has the advantage going in. He squatted 17.5 kilos more than Nanyev. The difference is that Nanyev is opening 30 kilos heavier than Sorokin in the bench press. So he's really
going to make it back here.
Right, where normally they're coming out of subtotal even and they have to battle in the deadlift and they have even deadlifts. Right now, Nanyev hits this opener fairly, if he hits this opener, and I'm assuming he will, because it's far off a PB for him. Nanyev hits this opener, he really takes control of this championship. Right now, UC Shang is up, Chinese Taipei, 165.
Yep, pretty easy. 1 blue light.
So again, where this championship is probably going to come down to the third deadlift, what really makes that happen, it's going to make it exciting, is because of the third attempt squats.
Yep.
That Nanyev hit his, and Sorokin did not hit his world record attempt of 377.5. So 375.5 would have given him a world record. He went 377.5. That was his choice. He did not have to take that to exceed the record. He missed it. Nanyev is firmly in control if he hits his first attempt bench press.
Yeah.
And that's how fragile these competitions are at this level. There is very little margin for error. Right now, Tudor Vasilev's up, Bulgaria, 190 kilos.
That's where the skill of the coaches really come in with their number selections and their tactics.
Wow, he hit really low with that bar.
He really dumped the bar onto his stomach.
That is a lot of strength there. And we saw a yellow light there. I don't know if it's a foot or a butt, but something was an issue right there. I think he probably saw a butt there. I didn't see head or feet move. Did you see either one of them on the replay?
Didn't see that much.
And I didn't see their feet
sure
or
what
the
that
head.
was for.
Jacek Spakalia is up, Poland, 200 kilos. He's got a good squat, a big squat of 332.5. All these guys have pretty huge squats in this group.
Yeah, that's strong.
Yeah, it just came flying up off his chest. Again, I think a little more weight, and it makes that second attempt even easier. Flies even quicker. Right now, Adrian Joaquin, Argentina, 210 kilos. He had a good squat at 290.
The bar is loaded.
I'd like to give a shout out to Viva TV, who's bringing us these amazing pictures.
Very hard-working men.
I'll tell you, you will not see better coverage of powerlifting anywhere in the world. Wow, let's see. We look kind of good from here. See what the referees say. There you go, 2-1. You know, if somebody tells you
212.5 kilograms for a German lifter.
Taking a look here, just watching.
It maybe come up a little bit if the referee's got the best angle. Couldn't quite see from that one, but
seeing a little bit of light, but nothing bad. Mac Lockschmidt's up, Germany, 212.5. He had a best squat of 330. But if someone tells you that they've seen better televised coverage of powerlifting than what you're seeing right now, it's kind of akin to them telling you that somebody's uncle, brother's garbage man benches 700 pounds or 330 kilos in their basement, because it's probably a figment of somebody's imagination. Right now, Lockschmidt's up, 212.5.
Really had to work to get that down. You will see that on the replay. And obviously came up with it in the end.
Here we go.
I think his next attempt will be better where there's a bit more weight, where he can get it down a bit easier.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a lot easier for him. We're going to see some of these lifters, because these are the more elite lifters in the B flight. They're all elite. They're here at the World Championships. But the guys who are going to decide who's going to win the world title are coming here from this B flight. You will see some of these second and third attempts are much easier than the openers. Right now, Alexei Sorokin is up with 230. He needs to make this.
He needs to make all three of his benches.
I mean, if he misses a bench press here and Nanyev makes 2 of 3, it's really going to be a problem. He needs to make all 3 bench presses. If he misses one, Sorokin really starts to move ahead. Nice, easy opener there for him.
Nice and smooth.
Wow.
Ooh.
All right, let's see. Let's see here. We get some butt up.
Yeah.
I mean, so now he's got back-to-back misses. His third squat and his opening attempt bench.
That might hurt him in the long run.
Well, you know, again, you know, you were saying, and I was agreeing with you, that whoever makes the most attempts normally wins.
Yeah, especially in a real close battle. So
now he's missed half of the attempts he's taken.
Yeah, very true.
All right. So so when we see Nanyev come out with his 260 opener, which is just huge, if he makes that, he is now 2 attempts ahead. Forget the total number.
Yeah.
He's made double the number of attempts of Sorokin. Right now, Ulan Anwar, Kazakhstan's up 230 kilos.
Lovely bench. Great technique.
All right.
Blue light.
There we go.
Couldn't really see what
maybe an elbow.
245 kilograms for
Must be an elbow. Right elbow maybe, because we can't see the left. Right looked maybe a little soft, but it definitely wasn't bar dip. Right now, Kim Rhino Rovag is up. Personal best in the bench press is 257.5. He's opening at 245. If he makes this attempt, he's got a great shot at exceeding his PB.
Yeah.
He had a good squat. He missed his opener of 315, right? I believe it was 315.
Yep, and then he came back, got it on the second.
Second easily, and then
no problem at all as well.
325.
Yeah. Done very well to bring it back from that missed opener.
Very mentally tough, and he's still a fairly young guy. And I say that anybody in their 20s is young in the sport. Even in your mid-30s is still fairly young.
Yeah, definitely.
And we saw last night, Yaroslav Olek won his 17th straight title.
Smashed it.
Yeah. And is in his mid-40s now.
Had to muscle it a little bit, but again, it's probably the weight. It's not enough weight to get the positive enough touch that he wanted.
Yeah,
you can really see he's working it. The bar has drifted a bit, and he's got under it, and then he's just had to muscle it a little bit, where he's let the bar drift a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
still, let's see what happens on his second attempt.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to go over 250, so we'll see what happens here. But right now,
we have the big bench here.
Andrei Nanyev opening at 260. He's probably got his PB is 268.5, which was the world record. I'm sure he's trained today to come in and set a new world record, take it back.
Yeah.
But his number one concern is what today?
To win.
By building his total.
Yeah.
And if he hits this now, he's taking a commanding lead.
I think you've got to appreciate how big this over is. This guy weighed 82.65.
And look, to try to match this and make up, Sorokin missed his 230 opener. It's going to take 235, has gone up to try to make up. Right now, Nanyev 260. Wow, there's a little bit of a bobble there. Let's see what the referees say.
Maybe a little harder than he wanted.
All right, there he goes. He's in there. This is a huge thing. He's made 4 in a row. Sorokin has missed his last 2.
Yeah.
Sorokin missed 230 on his opener. He took a 5 kilo jump. He's probably going to take a 7.5. Probably go from 230 to 237.5. But he still made a slightly smaller jump as if he made the opener. He could really be putting himself seriously behind the 8 ball here. But right now,
the Ukrainian's jumped 7 kilos.
Yep.
So
7.5 kilos. So right now, Abdulkarim Tuleganov is up. Kazakhstan 170 kilos. I mean, we could be watching the crowning of a new champion right here.
Got the pop. They really had to work it to the lockout on that one.
Yeah, he really did.
Yeah.
And uneven lockout is allowable, folks. You can lock out one hand and then lock out the other. The only issue is if the whole length of the bar drops.
It was a very easy touch. You probably they'll probably see the shirt a little bit more jacked this time, just so you get a little bit more pop.
Now, Jack, when you say jacked, you just don't like hearing your own name. You're actually telling us explain to everybody at home what jacked is, as we see Yusi Zhang, Chinese Taipei, coming out 175 kiloseconds. So, Jack, what were you saying? What are you calling jack? Explain that for the people at home.
When I say jack the bench shirt, it's all to do with where the chest plate is. So the further down the chest it is, the harder it is to touch, and the tighter the shirt is, so the more pop you'll get. What you'll see is some people, they'll start the chest plates very high, so they can get one in, get a nice touch, and then they'll make a jump, and they'll bring the shirt down, and then they'll do the same for the third. So by the third attempt, the shirt's fully jacked, as tight as it can go. On the bench only, you see it to an extreme where they're trying to get the most out of the most weight they possibly can. The shirt is completely jacked to its tightest potential. You see a lot of cleavage.
All right, Zhang made his 175, but he walked off feeling for his right shoulder. We'll take a look at that on his third. Right now, Tudor Vasilev is up from Bulgaria. Is good at 190, 10 kilo jump to 200 kilos.
No, just couldn't quite lock it out. There's a little bit of downward movement as well.
Sorry, no limit.
All right, so it's no lift there. So Vasilev right now, Jacek Spakala's up. Poland 2:07.5.
The bar is loaded.
This is an equal PB for him. He squatted beautifully, went 3 for 3 on the squats. So he's feeling confident. He's feeling good today.
Yeah, he's feeling great. This is his highest bench press. This will tie his highest bench press in international competition. Set almost 7 years ago, the same as his squat. So it's been. Now he's helped coach the Polish team and he's lifted, but
very easy touch, and he comes out very nicely.
You know, I'll tell you what, the big difference between Jacek the last few years and this year is he shaved off his mustache. Probably should have done it. Probably should have done it a few years ago, but it's really, honestly, he's a lot better here. All right now, Max Lockschmidt is up. Germany, 220 kilos. He was good on his opener of 212.5. It was pretty easy, you said, right?
Yeah, it's very comfortable.
All right, so taking a 7.5 kilo jump.
He had a squat of 330, massive squat.
And this will be an international PB for him also. So we're seeing all of these lifters forget where they are falling in the group. All of these lifters are exceeding their best pretty much. They're doing, and
that's what you come here for,
and that's hard to do on the international stage,
especially
at the World Open Championships.
There's so many variables. You've got the travel, you're sleeping in a different bed, the food's different. So many other different variables that could affect your training. The time difference for one.
And the lift is good. You know, the food here is very different too. If you're not used to it, it's not a typical European diet. It's more like a mixture between. It's more of a mixture between almost German food and Middle Eastern food.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Turkish or Arabic food. It's kind of an interesting mix. Adrian Guaquin's up now. He's got a best PB of 227.5, and he's attempting 222.5, 12.5 kilo jump from 210. Looks like he's also going to try and set a PB, but right now he's got to make this 222.5 kilo second attempt.
Very smooth.
All right, you got yellows on each side, probably butt coming up. Let's take a look. Yep.
Yeah, you see that daylight there.
That one was easy. You can see the shadow forming underneath. The shadow's moving. If you see a moving shadow, butt's got to be coming up. It's the only way that light can come through and create that moving shadow. All right. This may determine the World Championship right here. He missed 230. He's missed his last 2 attempts.
His bum came up, Yep. Got 2 yellows.
So it may make it easier. Now, one of the reasons he made up, one, he needs to make up that 5 kilos.
Yeah, he does.
The other is that 5 kilos may make it easier to get the shirt down and be able to keep his butt down. So we'll keep our eye on that. But he's got to make this. If he does not make this attempt here, Nanyev is firmly in control of this World Championship.
Easy touch. A little bit of work, but it came up nice. Let's see what the referees say.
Same thing, but again,
I don't think they'll go up this time.
And he knew it. He knew it because he did not even look at the lights, did not look to the jury, did not look at anything, and he knew. He knew.
They definitely won't be going taking a jump this time.
That is, you know, what was shaping up as an amazing battle. Nanyev is just taking control of this thing here.
Yeah, he's really in the driving seat now.
I mean, so right now, Sorokin's missed his last 3 attempts.
Yeah.
He's missed 3 of 5 at this point. And again, we said that building a total, making lifts does what for you, Jack?
Build the total.
And you build a total, you win what?
You win the World Championships.
There you go. And right now, Nanyev is building his total and winning a World Championship. We have Ulan Anwar up, Kazakhstan, 237.5.
His opening was very smooth. He's really muscling that one up, but it's come up nicely.
All right, let's
Hopefully
see.
his bum isn't coming up or nothing, and the referees like it. One doesn't. I'm not quite sure what that's for.
Might be elbow lock.
Yeah, I think he got a blue light in his last attempt as well. And again, I wasn't particularly sure what it was for.
That right elbow.
Maybe.
It locks, unlocks, locks, unlocks, and I'm sure that's what it's for. It should not have been. If it was for bar dip, then it was a not a good call. But either way, all it takes is 2 white lights. He got him right now. Kim Rhino Relvag's up, good at 245. Good now, going to take it at 252.5. Having a great day. I'm sure Kim Rhino is exceptionally happy with the day he's having right now.
And always big support from the Norwegian team.
If you listen in the back, you can probably hear Marta Elvrum yelling. You will see her in the 72 kilos, which is going to shape up to be 72 kilo women will be one of the greatest battles in IPF history. There are 5 lifters, any one of whom could win the gold medal. But right now, we're at the 83 kilo men. Kim Rhino Rolvag, Norway, 252.5.
Gets that pop and muscles through it. Should be no problems with that.
That is just awesome. Referees say 3 white lights.
It's happy days in that one.
167.45 for Ukrainian lifter Andrei Naniev.
Time for the big bench now. 267.5 kilograms. This is a big weight.
Here it comes right now, 267.5. Now, hitting this does 2 things here. One, it kind of puts a stake in the heart of Sorokin.
Yeah.
And the other is, it sets Naniev up to retake his world bench press record. Right now, Naniev up, good at 260 on his first, going 267.5 to take ultimate control of this championship.
Very easy touch. Works to lock it out.
Wow.
That is good.
See, and that was kind of rough. So he's made all 5 of his.
Yep.
Right?
5 for 5.
He's 5 for 5. Sorokin is 2 for 5.
Yeah.
And is in danger of not even scoring a total.
Yeah. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
So, but what we've got here with Naniev now, that was one of the things that's going to happen to him. Sorokin missing attempts and kind of falling out of contention for the gold medal here. Is it Naniev? That was a little bit rough.
Yeah.
Right? He might just go, if Sorokin was still in contention, he might just go 270.
He's jumped 5.
Yeah, he's only gone to 272.5, right? So he's definitely not, like we were saying, he doesn't have the world record in him today. But had Sorokin done better, he might have had to force Naniev into a world record to even stay in contention. Right now, Abdulkarim Teleganov is up, Kazakhstan 175.
Oh, it's drifting back from their spots have taken it.
So Naniev obviously does not have the world record in him. We didn't think so. He doesn't think so. The coaches don't think so.
Oh, it's 275.5.
Oh, no. They made it. No, it was 272.5. Must have been a mistake. So he is going for the world record.
Yeah, just chipping away at it.
All right.
You're allowed to put the 0.5 increment.
Correct.
For if it's above the world record.
So we'll see what's going to happen. I mean, that was a little bit rough. What I was starting to say before he put in what was originally a 272.5, that had Sorokin made his attempts, certainly his 3rd attempt squat, he would have forced Naniev to take this weight. Now, this is Naniev's choice. He doesn't even need to make this to still stay firmly in control. UC Shang, Chinese Taipei, 180 kilos. So this is his choice to go 275.5. You know, and that 267.5 by Naniev was rough. Let's look at this here. By Shang.
Very easy third
Very
attempt.
easy. So This is a choice. This is a positive decision by Nanyev. It's not a negative that he's been forced to do.
Yeah.
It's coming within the flow of the competition. He can do what he needs to do. If he misses it, doesn't even matter. Goes into the deadlift and just kind of cruises home as long as he hits an opener. Right now, Tudor Vasilev is off Bulgaria, 200 kilos. He missed this on his second attempt. Do you remember what, was that a butt call on this one? I don't remember.
I'm not too sure, but I think it was along them lines. Hopefully he can bring it back for the third attempt. Just getting his legs set. He's really working it. Gets the pop. No.
No, and that butt was just coming up.
I think that's what happened on his second attempt as well. He just couldn't get to that point where he could just look out, hit the sticking point, and
all right,
stuck there.
Jacek Spikola, Poland, 212.5. He's found the fountain of youth, shaved the mustache off, found the fountain of youth. It's his best day since 2010 EPF championship.
Yeah, big shout out to this man.
I mean, this is amazing.
Just tucking them shoulder blades right in. Gets the lift out.
I mean, this is 2.5 kilos more than he's ever done, and 5 kilos more than he's ever done in international competition.
Hey, that looked like no problem from what I was looking at.
No, looks all right here. There we go.
He got the blue, but 2-1. Can't complain. He's happy, boy.
He's having his best day in nearly a decade.
Yeah, very much so.
My goodness, you weren't even shaving back then by the last time you hit a total like this. You were still in primary school, weren't you?
Just about 9 years old.
Yeah, there you go. That's amazing. So this sport you can do well into your 50s and keep exceeding. There you go. You've got this is the best he's done ever. Right now, Max Lockschmidt's up Germany 225. He was good at 212.5, 7.5 kilo jump to 220, and then that smaller second jump to 225 for Lockschmidt, Germany.
He's really muscling up, not quite there on the day.
No, he'll get credited with his second attempt at 220.
Sorry, that's no left.
I do love it when you see them 4 red plates, where it's just then in the collar. Looks nice. He'll get that another day though. Yeah, he just couldn't quite muscle through it that one time. Shirt helped him out a little bit and then just didn't have the strength. But done very well anyway. 227 now. Getting into the, I think the next lift is the Russian, which is probably one of the most key lifts of this lifting session.
Now also too, Joaquin's gone up 5 kilos here, maybe to get a little bit easier down to the chest.
He's worked. No.
Nah, I just didn't have it.
A little bit too heavy. He'll come back. This is probably the most key lift of this session so far.
It's 235. So here, where we are here, kind of drawing in a deep breath, this is huge.
Yeah.
One, that Sorokin needs this to score a total, period.
But he came up with this last time, but it's just that there's a slight technical issue with the bum coming up.
The bum coming up. Yeah,
he's an experienced enough lifter to be able to fix this.
And both times, and he knew. He walked off that bench. The lights went up. He didn't even look at the lights or the referees. He just walked off, and he's
an experienced lifter. You should know.
Yeah, who knows? But something is definitely off on Sorokin today. Again, he's a historically great lifter.
Let's give him wish him all the luck. Easy touch. Gets a pop. Oh, no.
Wow. All right.
That's very unlucky.
And I'll tell you now,
I really feel
now, all of a sudden, the Norwegian contingent has a little more reason to be excited because there's now room for Kim Rhino on the medal stand.
Yeah, yeah.
So again, he came in today probably thinking I don't really have a great shot.
Now he's top. He's potential top 3.
Yeah. And so sitting there and just nailing away, making his attempts. Kim Rhino, through years of training, discipline, technique, and just plain gut and grit, is moving into a point where he could be on the medal stand here. Right now, Ulan Anwar, Kazakhstan, 242.5.
This will be close, this one. Yeah, he's really there we go. Held it beautifully.
Wow.
Held it
wow,
very
that looked
beautifully.
easier than the second, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go, 2-1.
Feel real sorry for the Russian to do. You've done 6-8 weeks of training, really hard, and to come here and not make a bench press is a big shame. But he'll come back strong.
All right, here he comes. Look, Kim Rhino needs this here right now. He already has silver medal in the bench press, which is just awesome. Right, he probably didn't think he was in position for silver medal in the bench, but he's got silver medal on the bench. But this can also put him in contention for silver medal overall. Kim Rhino Rovang 255. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Let's see him right now. Come here and hit this. Oh my goodness! I don't know if you heard 72 kilo Norwegian champion Martha Elverum screaming for him. I'll tell you what. Well, we'll talk about this. We'll do the wrap up in a little bit. But right now, Andrei Nanyev is up. This is a world record attempt. Now, guys, so he's already going to cruise to the gold medal if he hits his opening attempt deadlift. Going to cruise.
Definitely. Yeah.
But this lift does a couple of things for him. One, gives him obviously the world record in the bench press. He takes it back. It also sets him up for a world shot at the world record total. And because he's so far in front, when he hits his opening attempt deadlift, he can do anything he wants. He only needs one deadlift to win this championship. Right now, this for the world record and possibly a shot at the world record total. Andrei Nanyev, Ukraine, 275.5.
Nice and positive. Yeah, he goes up. Just couldn't quite lock it out. Good catch from the spotters.
Nope.
I did think from his second attempt that he would come off the chest beautifully, just a lockout.
Yeah, interesting. I think that 272.5 that was originally in, the score table had him by mistake.
He had to go for it though.
Might have been working, but I would have gone for that. You don't have that many shots, bites at the apple. Might happen. So I'll give you a quick wrap up here, and then when we finish, we'll be back in about 10 minutes to start. The deadlift is basically Sorokin from Russia, Hall of Fame, all-time great lifter, has not scored a bench press and will not be able to total, will not be able to medal in total. Right now,
looks like
Nanyev from the Ukraine is
pretty much going to
cruising
now.
Yeah, he's cruising. Still has a shot at a world record total. And I'll tell you, when he woke up this morning, Kim Rhino Rovang in his wildest dreams would not have thought that he could be standing atop the medal stand. But right now, because of the mistakes by Sorokin, Rovang may be standing up on top of the medal stand along with Nanyev. All right, come on back in about 10 minutes. Start of the deadlift, men to 83 kilo finals, World Open Powerlifting Championships. All right, and welcome back to the World Open Powerlifting Championships 2017 edition here in beautiful Pilsen, Czech Republic at the Park Hotel. Right now, we're moving into the Open Men 83 kilo deadlift. I'm Elliot Feldman, and I am here with Jack Johnson. How you doing there?
Very good, thank you.
All righty, so we got a heck of a battle going on here. We had a big squat, gold medal squat for Sorta Keen of 370.
Yep.
Right, pushing up.
Tried to go at his world record. It wasn't quite there.
Didn't quite there, but that's okay. I mean, he was still firmly in control because Andrei Nanyev came in with a 352.5, so he was still far ahead. He was 17.5 kilos ahead. Coming out of the squats. The problem is that Sorta Keen did not score a bench press. I believe he opened at 300. Was that it? And then missed
230.
Oh, sorry, you're right. I'm sorry, not 300. Pardon me. 230. Then went up to 235, and then missed that twice. Right.
The first two attempts he failed through technical issues, and on the third it was a strength issue.
He just he just basically got buried by it.
Big shame.
So Nanyev took 277.5 for a ride. He only needed 275.5 for the world record. Did not make it.
Wasn't quite there on the day.
But he is firmly in the lead by way of a 352.5 kilo squat, 267.5 kilo deadlift. And to no one's surprise, except probably for Kim Rhino Rolvag, Kim Rhino Rolvag is now in position
to medal,
to be a silver medalist here, right?
Definitely.
So, all right, Krishna Jadeep from India was good. Sorry, he's up now with 210. Gatsuk Batsuk was up and good at 200.
Again, his deadlift suit looks very loose. All day he's been cruising in very loose equipment. Must be fairly new to the whole equipped scene. I'd definitely recommend, if you're a lifter wanting to get into kit, that you start with looser kit and then work your way into the tighter stuff. Don't just think it happens overnight. I made that mistake.
All right, now Mark Morris opening at 235. He had a good squat of 265. A good bench, I believe, was a PB of 187.5.
Yeah, he's 6 for 6 so far, so he's had a very good day. Representing Canada, a fairly small team this year.
I mean, most of these guys are hitting PBs on their lifts. It's awesome.
Yeah, they've traveled a long way.
Absolutely awesome. I mean, we've got Jacek Spakala is hitting PBs and performing better than he has in almost 10 years.
Yeah.
All right, Mark Morris, opener 235.
Pretty smooth.
And 3 white lights.
I feel like a slight miscue on his on the lockout, so he just kind of locked the knees out, and then the weight was a bit over him. But again, it was light enough that he could lock.
No, very light enough. There you go, Andreas Stillbauer. That picture is from when he was the star of a German boy band.
Yep.
Very handsome right there. So he got a personal best at 265. He's opening at 240. He hits this. He's well within position for a PB deadlift. Andreas Stillbauer, 240 kilos, Austria.
Yeah, very easy.
And there we go.
I feel like he got a little bit forward coming off the floor. He had to pull it right back. That's why the lockout was a bit harder than it should have been.
A little bit, yeah. He had to pull that bar back in, kind of drifted out in front of him.
Yeah. With the sumo deadlift, it's like very, very, very technical.
Yeah, pretty much the squat and the bench. If you're looking at the side of the lifter, you want to draw a line through the bar. You want that bar to go straight up and down.
Yep.
Bench press is a little bit different. You'll have an arc on it, but the squat and the deadlift pretty much straight up and down.
Yep.
Marco Sancho's Ecuador up 245, and a good squat second attempt of 300. Good second bench of 207.5. Looks like a good opener there of 245.
Conventional this time. At the light, especially with the lighter body weights, you generally don't see a lot of conventional pullers.
No, certainly not 83 kilos.
No. The majority of people will be pulling sumo, and you generally typically see that for the lighter people will pull sumo, and the heavier will pull conventional. Me personally, I'm conventional.
Wataru Kobayakawa is up now, Japan, 272.5. He had a great squat of 327.5 and a great bench of 220. Now opening at 272.5 in the deadlift.
Taking his time to get all his cues right.
Yeah, and his best deadlift is 290.
See how this goes.
Well, I think he may have a shot at it today.
Yep.
That's a good lift.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like you come all this way. You might as well put it on if it's there.
Yes, 280 kilograms.
All right, Simone Carniel's up, Italy. Personal best PB of 305, open at 280. He's also is well within range of a personal best, and most of these lifters seem to be hitting them. And it's hard to hit a personal best on the international stage.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest stage any lifter could lift at. It's the World Championships. It doesn't get much bigger than that, apart from maybe the World Games.
World Games is bigger, but that's only once every 4 years.
Yeah.
It's akin to the Olympics, but right here on a year in, year out basis, this is it.
Yeah.
There you go. And once your name is entered into the results for this championship, it's there for everybody to see for posterity.
Yep.
For all time. All right, Muhammad Yusuf's up 330 kilos.
Big deadlift.
And the bar is loaded.
It's like we said when we started, generally with the first group, you see they only have one exceptional lift, whereas the second group, they're a lot more well-rounded. Yeah.
Correct. I mean, Yusuf was well off the pace in the squat and the bench press.
But he's right up there.
He is the best deadlifter in this.
See, that was easy.
Wow. He's the best deadlifter in this.
He might medal
in this group, and he probably got a real good shot at medaling.
Yeah, from the B group as well, from the A group.
I mean, and we're going to see, because as you move up in weight, you get a breakdown of technique. But as of right now, I mean, he's got a shot for the gold medal and try to go for the world record is out of. I'm sorry. World record is 345. So, I mean, wow. All right.
It's close.
So, his opener is only 50. He can hit that on his second.
Let's see what he goes. He'll come in any minute now.
Kind of.
That was very strong as well. Very unexpected.
I didn't even. Well, I had to look at the world record because I didn't know it right offhand, and that just looked so easy. I was like, well, he's that close. But again, it's somebody you don't know, and the only time that you can hit a world record is an international competition. So if he didn't ever have a good enough squat or bench press for international competition, they went up, and so now he can put that great deadlift on display. Yeah. Right now, Gatsuk Batsuk, Mongolia up 220 kilos.
I did think his opener was a bit hard. Actually.
Yeah, I think that's the end
his
of this.
His opener was pretty hard. I don't think that's going anywhere. Tips right forward.
That wasn't even.
The Yusuf has gone 340, so if he gets that, you most certainly see a world record attempt.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
No doubt, 100%. I mean, he came here for that gold medal. A lot of times you will see that, with lifters from certain countries. They'll have the one good lift. They'll come in to try to medal. Hey, you're standing on top of the medal stand at the World Championship. The fact that it's for an individual lift versus the total doesn't matter. There's 4 gold medals given out in each weight class, 1 for each discipline, 1 for the total. Hey, anybody gets a gold medal here, they get a tip of the hat from me. Right now, Krishna Jadeep, India, 240.
Yep, that was good.
And
big jump as well.
And it was a huge jump,
30
kilo jump. Yeah, 30 kilo jump. And that's, again, they may open exceptionally light.
You typically don't see that with the lighter men.
Yeah, the only reason I think you might see that is just inexperience. They want to make sure he gets one in and gets a total.
Yeah.
It'll be really interesting if he makes what he puts in for his third. Right now, Mark Morris is up 245. He's having a heck of a day for himself. Right now, he's 7 for 7. Took a 235 for a ride for a good first attempt.
Yeah.
And now going 245.
Just locking his hands into that bar. Sits his hips in, stretches right through. Yeah, it's about
and that's the way you go. That's the way you go. 8 for 8 right now.
Yeah, big shout. Yeah, big shout out to that man. He's lifting. Can't fault his lifting. Let's just hope he finishes strong. We'll see when it comes to the next round.
Yeah, totally.
The Austrian lifter now, 250 kilos. His opener was very smooth. Big shout out to the spotters and loaders. It's a hard job, probably the hardest job you can do at a powerlifting competition.
It is harder than competing. Yeah. I will tell you that much.
And it's a good lift.
And it's a good lift there.
Raising to 255 kilograms for...
All right, so it's a good lift there for Spillbauer. Marcos Sanchez is up. 255 kilos. He made an easy opener of 245, taking a 10-kilo jump. There's Vilma Ochoa, your silver medalist from yesterday. Marcos coached her yesterday. Today, she is coaching Marcos. The teacher is the student, and the student is the teacher.
Yep, stays with it nice. There's a more in the tank. I'd say.
Oh, it's a lot more. Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I'd say there's anywhere from 5 to 10 in there. Some people are deceptive, especially when it comes to deadlifters. They'll do a lift and it's hard, and you think, oh, I wouldn't put 10 on that.
And then they do, and it just works.
And they do it, and it's exactly the same. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, some people are just really slow, and everyone looks the same.
Yeah, definitely.
The bar is loaded.
My coach always said to me, when it comes to deadlifts, just deadlift is hard, especially conventional.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So when I'm training, I do a lift and it's hard. There's not much there. It ain't that bad. Deadlift's just hard. You'll surprise yourself, and I always do.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
All right, Wataru Kobayakawa, Japan, 285.
Had to work a bit around the knee, but shouldn't have any problems with that.
Now it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Raising to 300 kilograms for Simon Carnian from Italy.
2 more lifts this round, 300 and then 340. 340 is a massive deadlift at this body weight.
Massive, and absolutely massive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's massive because it's only 5 kilos of the world record. So
Yep.
we'll see. He smokes that 340, then we know he's got the world record, which is just amazing. Right now, Simone Carniel's up Italy, 300 kilos, good on a 280 kilo opener, 20-pound jump to 300 kilos. No, just didn't have it. And that's technical. He could come back and smoke that. He just got out in front of himself.
Yeah, just if you look on the replay here, tips right forwards, he's right over it, just gets to his knees, the bar's way out in front of him, there's no coming back from that.
No, not at all.
Just a bit more patience off the floor to hold that technique, and you never know, it might go.
The bar is loaded.
Yeah, 340 now. This is 5 kilograms off the world record.
Absolutely crazy.
And this is the second attempt.
He smoked that 330.
The 330. It was unexpected. He did it, and I looked at, oh, that's 330. Yeah, just managed to lock it out. I think he should be all right.
He's a little soft on that,
yeah,
I think.
a little soft.
Yep.
2-1.
Yep. See, and again, we're talking about technique.
Yeah.
This weight was only a 10-kilo jump as easily as that. See, he didn't get his hips through, didn't get the knees locked, shoulders are back.
I think he's pulling raw as well. I think that's only a singlet he's got on. Just looking at him live, I'm pretty confident that's not a deadlift suit. I think it's just a standard singlet.
But again, you got a lifter who doesn't have great technique.
Yeah.
Not perfect technique. It's just strength, and you saw the difference there. 330 flew up. 10 kilos should not wind up looking like that different from opener to second. Not as easy as that opener was. So we'll see. Now, I don't know what he does. Honestly, he's not in contention here for a medal. Me personally, you're coming here to try that world record. Put the world record on, give it a shot.
Yeah, you might as well. What you got to lose?
Got nothing to lose. You're probably going to be in the same place you are now.
Yeah. Spotter's just cleaning the bar. There's probably a little bit of blood on the bar, a little bit of skin.
The bar is loaded.
And here we go then. Yeah, it looks like there wasn't much on this one. I failed to see how it would be any different, but you never know. His opener was pretty hard.
Yeah, Gansuk Batsuk had that opener was very hard. And that second attempt just wasn't. Yeah,
he gave it a better go. It was a better go, but again, got to the knees and the weight's right over him.
And again,
it's not there.
That's not a strength issue right there. I think this is technique. Watch the bar get out in front, and then he's trying to pull it back in, and you just can't get that in a good line of pull. All right, Christian Jadip's up, good at 210. Took a 30-kilo jump to 240, and now going to 250 kilos.
The bar is loaded.
This guy's had a very solid performance today, all things considering. I think his squat suit and his bench shirt, and you can see the bagginess of his deadlift suit, all very loose. So.
Oh yeah,
just not quite there on the day.
No shot at that at all.
He's had a good day though, so.
So young Jack Johnson, other than hanging out with me here today, what are you doing here in Czech Republic? I know Pilsen, Czech Republic is famous for beer. Pilsner is named for Pilsen, the city here. It's a great type of beer. If you've never had it, run out and get some. But what are you doing here other than for the beer?
Oh, I'm actually lifting on Friday.
You are?
Yeah, I'm lifting on Friday.
So do you work out? So do you get the question, people walk up to you on the tube and, do you even work out? Do you work out?
Yeah, I'll work out, yeah.
Like, yeah. And then what's the next question they ask you?
How much do you bench?
How much you bench? All right, up now, Mark Morris, Canada, 255 kilos.
Yeah, I got the opportunity to come here. I thought, why not? So it'd be a good experience. I was a bit dubious at first, me being a junior, but it didn't scare me.
You just used it. Mark, there he goes. He's 8 for 9. Had a great day. PB'd everything, I think. So he's had a great day. And you see there Ryan Stinn, who was competing at the World Games and is on the Canadian team here. Is coaching him.
Just couldn't quite lock it out. Like I said, with the first, I think especially with his opener, he was right over it and then come back. But obviously with his opener, it was light enough that he could do it.
Now you said dubious, right? You said you were a bit dubious about coming here?
Yeah.
Is that really? So you used a 3-syllable word, Jack?
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often.
Andreas Stillbauer's up, Austria, 260.
I usually limit myself to 2 syllables.
It's okay. You broke out a 3-syllable here. You belied your looks. You've improved my impression of you very well.
Oh, thank you.
And you've acquitted yourself very well here doing the commentary. Right now, Andreas Stillbauer, Austria, 260. I think he's a little bit forward there. Yeah, he just, it's in the thirds. They're all pushing everything. So what are you looking for to hit in the squat?
I'm not sure. Anywhere around the 350 mark would be good.
Anywhere around the 350 mark. That's a pretty good. What weight class?
120s.
120. So anywhere around 350. How about bench press? Where are you looking?
Around the 280 mark would be great. That's roughly what we're looking
for
in the training.
That's a great bench. And how about your deadlift?
Anywhere around 320 would be good. Yeah. So I lifted at the Europeans as a junior at that time, but I wanted to lift at the Open because I thought it'd be a really good experience, and it has been so far.
All right, Marco Sanchez is up here. His third deadlift. He went 245, 255, 262.5.
I did some commentary at the World Juniors last year, and they said I had the face for radio.
There you go, face for radio.
I'm not sure what that meant though.
All right, there you go. So when someone now, the answer to with the 200, you're looking for 280 kilos in the bench. So when someone says how much you bench press, say a Trabant. Do you know the Trabant?
What's that?
An old Eastern European car about the size of 280 kilos.
Oh, right.
Not a fantastic car, but very economical.
Yeah. It
honestly wasn't much bigger than a London police box.
Did you say sorry?
It wasn't much bigger than a London police box. You know, just that size. All right. Wataru Kobayakawa, Japan, 290 kilos. Finishing off a great day for him. 272.5, 285, 5 kilo jump to 290.
Yeah, he's had a good day. Is this the PB for him? Or is it, it's close, isn't it?
Yeah, it's right on there.
Yeah, it's nice.
I believe he was 287.5.
He's happy with that.
Yes, that's a PB. That is a master's lifter having a PB right there.
300 kilograms for Simon Camille from Italy. In his third attempt.
Simone Carniel, Italy, 300 kilos. Again, he's another lifter who's having a great day. 280 opening attempt, missed 300. Going to try to take 300 again. I don't think it was a strength issue with him.
And the bar is loaded.
Yeah, just a little bit more patience with the technique off the floor. And you never know. same result as the second attempt.
Yeah, it looks just like the second. He lost a little bit of air there.
Just a bit too heavy.
We'll bow to the referees, bow to the audience.
Yep.
Now Yusuf is up, Mohammed Yusuf, Indonesia, 340 kilos. I'm sure he came here to try to take a shot at the world record.
Yep.
Just 330 flew up. 340 just proved that you can't just muscle up a weight because his technique really broke down. We'll see what happens here on this 340.
Even 330 is a very good chance of getting a medal. Yeah.
I would have, me personally, if I was coaching him, I think I would have put the world record on. Just let him take a shot at it.
Yeah, why not?
At this point, this is not, he's not in it to win it here. He's in it for put a number up. So let's see. I hope he gets this. This is the last lift in Group A. We're moving on to Group B, where we've had a major shock, but right now Muhammad Yusuf's up. And then you see that and you go, why not, right?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, that looks so easy in comparison. Because what happened is, when we said that's not a technique breakdown, that's not a strength issue in the second attempt, right? That was a technique breakdown. That's how easy that was. He couldn't even barely get that thing off to his knees. So he kept the bar in at his shins and he moved it up. All right. Adrian Guaquin, Argentina, 250. All right, we're moving to Group B, and this is where we've had a bit of a shock. A landmine was stepped on in the bench presses. Sorokin did not score a bench press. So right now, Andre Nanyev's firmly in control.
Looks like he's going to cruise it, yeah.
Kim Reino-Rovang now has a chance to get up on the medal stand. It's awesome for him. He and Anwar are probably going to be battling it out right there for the silver and the bronze. All right, and that's a good opening attempt at 250. And also, too, you got to look for Anwar and Rovang at this point, is you've already had Sorokin, one of the greatest lifters of all time, not be able to score a total and medal in the total.
Yeah.
So you got to be thinking, well, maybe lightning will strike twice in the same place, and Nanyev will have an issue in the deadlift. One of the two of them, either Anwar or Rovag, the two of them might be battling it out for gold. I don't think so, because Nanyev is going to be very smart here. He knows he hits any opener. At 250 would give him the world championship, but he's opening at 300. Very, very easy for him. I still think he's going to probably possibly take a shot at the deadlift world record, but he's going to hit this opener first. Right now, Todor Vasilev's up, Bulgaria, 275. So and that's how you've got to have an A, B, and C plan coming into this thing. And I don't think that any of these lifters woke up this morning, if they've slept at all, and thought that this is the way it was going to turn out for these guys. But Kim Reino's putting it all together. Sorokin had a bad day, and so it's leaving an advantage for somebody who's trained and done what he needed to do here. Right now, Todor Vasilev, Bulgaria's up 275.
Yeah, he looks all right from that.
And that's a good opening attempt. Now
looks like he's gone a bit lightheaded, but he's all right.
We had almost half of the attempts in Group A were missed in the deadlift. We're doing pretty well on the bench press and the squat, and it just looks like in that Group A, it kind of all went to hell in a handbasket, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Did you use that phrase in
No,
UK?
No, I can't say I've ever.
But you can understand what that would be,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, definitely,
it's pretty descriptive. So right there, it all changed for everybody right now. Kim Reino-Rovang, who can make a decision to win the silver medal, and I mean make a decision here with a decisive 275-kilo opener to put himself in there.
Pretty smooth, yep.
Very easy.
Yep.
It's a good lift.
All All right.
Raising to 200.
And the Norwegians are always very well coached, so they're going to make the right calls for him. It's Kim Rhino's job now to make the decision to take that silver medal. Right now, Max Lockschmidt is up Germany 292.5. He had a 330 kilo squat, just a great squat, 220 kilo bench, and now he's opening at 292.5.
The bar is loaded.
Right now, as of right now, Yusep, even though he did not take a shot at the world record, still is in gold medal position for the deadlift. So he is still atop the medal stand until somebody else knocks him off.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, it's pretty easy.
And there you go.
It's a good lift.
UC Shang's up. Chinese Taipei, 295 kilos. He had a 252.5 kilo squat, a 180 kilo bench. He's coming here at 295. Now, the way these groups are broken up is by nominated total. So your best total from the previous 12 months following last year's World Championship is what is used. UC Shang did not have a great year following the championship, so his actually he had a decent year, so he had a high enough total to get into Group B. But obviously, when you look at his where he finished at 252.5 in the squat, 180 in the bench, he's a little beaten up. Opening at 290,
very easy.
But I mean, he's a guy who he opened at 295. He's a guy who could challenge for the deadlift world record. I mean, he is that good. He's not going to hit it, but he's got that kind of strength in the deadlift. So that's why he's here with us. Abdukarim Tuleganov from Kazakhstan, up 300 kilos at a 300 kilo squat, 170 kilo bench press.
Yeah.
Now he's open at 300 kilos in the deadlift.
Pretty slow off the floor. I'm not sure how much that is. I'm not sure how kind of deceptive lifter he is, but from what I look, that looked pretty tough off the floor.
Yeah, definitely didn't break off the floor. All right, Jacek Spakalia, Poland, 300 kilos coming up here.
This guy's 6 for 6 so far. He's had a fantastic day.
Fantastic. His best deadlift is 315 he did last year in Orlando.
Not bad for the old geezer.
Yeah, doing all right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy. Standard.
There you go.
That's how an open deadlift should look.
And weight stays for Andrei Naniev from Ukraine.
All right, Andrei Naniev's up now, 300 kilos.
If he gets this, he's pretty much sealed the deal.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
He has. If he takes this, makes this 300, probably he doesn't have to take another lift, and he will win the gold.
Yeah.
But he's going to try and extend this, and I think they want the world record total. Right now, they need this 300 kilos to guarantee him the world championship.
Yeah.
Andrei Naniev.
That looks good for me.
Double overhand. There you go.
Yep. And there's probably your 83 kilogram world champion right there. I can't see anyone else catching him.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, yeah, he's far ahead at this point.
Yeah.
So
now you have the Russian lifter. Again, big shame about his bench press.
He's 27.5 kilos ahead if Anwar makes his makes his opener. All right, so Alexei Sorokin's up 302.5.
Failed to make a bench press, unfortunately.
But he's going to probably try to medal in this event right now. But
he still had a phenomenal squat.
Wants to get on the board.
There's an easy opener.
And part of the reason he opened lower, he opened where he did, is he missed 4 attempts in a row.
Raising to 320 kilograms for Ulano
right now, Ulan Anwar, Kazakhstan, opening at 320. He had a good squat of 330.
And a good bench press.
That's for 242.5, right? So he's fighting for the silver medal here. He and Kim Reiner Rovag are going to battle to the end.
Yeah, that was easy.
There we go. You know, again, another lifter who may have an opportunity for to take a shot at the world record here.
Still, at this point, the Indonesian, I think it's the Indonesian lifter, is currently in the gold medal position for the deadlift from the previous group.
All right, Adrian Joaquin is coming up. Good at 250, now trying 265. Yeah, Nanyev put in 307.5. Very small jump based on his opener. He really is not taking a shot at that total world record.
No.
Not sure why they're not taking a little more of a jump, but you know, I mean, he's cruising to the world title, and that's what he came here for.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Looks maybe a little bit soft. He's torn off a nice chunk of his leg.
And it's a good lift.
He gets it. Oh no, it's a bit of tape.
282.5 kilograms for
I'm not sure how much. I'm not sure if he's got another one in him though. That was pretty hard, but I'd probably put 2.5 on it. You put 5 on it.
Yeah.
This man, he's exceeded all expectations.
Oh yeah.
Again, he did very well to bounce back after a missed opener on the squat. He then went and smashed his second and third attempts. And did he go 3 for 3 on the bench?
I think he did.
I think he did.
So he did. Went two for 3 on the squat. Only missed his opener of 315, I think it was.
Yeah.
Came back and got it. So now he's loaded 282.5 for his second attempt deadlift.
Just taking a second to collect himself.
And now he has to continue to make lifts because the Jacek Pakala, who's found the fountain of youth, is biting at his heels.
Yeah.
They both make these attempts. Jacek's only 2.5 kilos behind him. So he is right now, he's not even looking at silver. He's looking to secure the bronze medal here.
That's about the same as his opener. Yeah.
Now, here becomes the thing. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Anwar took a huge jump from 320 to 342.5. It puts him in position to try the world record in the deadlift, but also, and kind of more importantly, if he makes that and Nanyev misses, it puts him within 5 kilos of Nanyev and can possibly steal the gold medal. Even with the great day Nanyev has had,
he still could get caught because the Kazakhstani lifter is put on a big deadlift.
We even saw that with Oleg yesterday. Yeah. The great day Oleg was having, he still could have been caught in the deadlift.
Yeah.
All right, Tudor Vasilev, Bulgaria's up 285. Even the guys that run away with it don't really run away with it. We may describe it as a rollover, but it's not. You still, well, it's his back is there. That looked like he got
shifted right forward.
Up.
Yeah.
He pulled something, you
He's
know.
walking pretty slowly.
Yeah. All right, now Max Lockschmidt, Germany's up 302.5. He was good at 292.5. He stands a total 842.5. Puts him right now in 5th place. I mean, he's got a shot at 4th.
The bar is loaded.
I mean, he makes this, and Jacek misses. He's in 4th place. That's why every attempt needs to be made. Jacek could go from, and here's the thing, Jacek is taking a shot at Kim Reiner Rolvag. At the same time, Max Lockschmidt's taking a shot at Spicala.
Yeah.
And Rolvag Spicala could make a mistake, and Lockschmidt could jump into the bronze medal. There's a reason why so many of these lifters and coaches have master's degrees or higher education, that these are really smart guys.
Yeah.
And when we say rocket scientists smart, some of these people literally are rocket scientists, astrophysicists, engineers, doctors, attorneys. It takes a brain to do this sport.
It's a key lift now.
For years, Nanyev has been the strongest lifter in this class and just never really put it together. He's putting together a great meet right now. This 307.5 kind of puts a stamp on this and pushes him ahead. And then we'll see what happens. If he makes this, then we'll see what he puts in for his third. But this right here, 307.5, puts the cherry on top. Double overhand, hook grip.
See what the referees say.
There we go, 3 white lights. So that's pretty much
still in the driving seat
on cruise control for him right now. Abdulkarim Teleganov is up now. Kazakhstan 310.
The bar is loaded.
For a sport where there's not much moving around, it's awfully exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And guys, all I'm doing is using my words to describe what's happening up there, right? This is not a creation here. This is the strategy that's going on. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
I thought after his opener.
Yeah,
I did say that it was very slow off the floor.
Yeah.
I don't think that's there today. So
no. Jacek 315. So he's, again, he makes this. And Lockschmidt misses his third, then he's in fourth place.
Yeah.
Going into thirds, right? With a choice of pole. So it's going to be interesting. Going to be very interesting here. But I'm sure Jacek, I'll talk to him. I know him a little bit. Don't know him real well because it's more of a language thing with Jacek. But I'm sure that
just wiping his feet quick.
Yeah, Jacek, I don't know Polish, and he's not great in English.
Yeah.
Right. So, but I'm sure he's going to be excited. No matter how this turns out, he's got to be excited. It's his best meet in 7 years. He's PBing just everything.
Yeah, very smooth.
Wow.
A little bit harder than his opener, but then again it's heavier.
It's all right.
But
you don't know.
Yeah.
All right, it's a good lift now. So that moves Jacek temporarily into fourth place.
Here comes the Russian.
And after seconds, he's within 2.5 kilos of the bronze medal. Again, talk about waking up and not knowing what's going to happen. Yeah. I guarantee you Jacek didn't wake up this morning feeling the way he did, went to breakfast, feeling his age, and went, I'll probably win a bronze medal at the Worlds today.
This guy absolutely smoked his opener. Just a bit of a shame about the bench, but he can still finish strong on the deadlifts.
There you go, Sorkin, 317.5, referees say. 3 white lights.
Good lift. Loading 325 kilograms.
I mean, again, he can come back and try and medal in this. He's in third place right now in the deadlift, so he can medal.
Yeah.
And you try to see what you're trying to see here, but Yusi Shang, second attempt at 325, took a 30-kilo jump from 295 to 325. And again, we'll see what happens after this attempt, but he's here for the deadlift right now. You can hear the Chinese Taipei team and fans chanting for Yusi Shang, 325 kilos.
Beautiful technique, very easy.
Wow, absolutely amazing.
30 kilo jump that was. Comes to the last deadlift of the round, 342 kilos by the lifter from Kazakhstan. If he gets this, this will put him into the gold medal position on the deadlift, and maybe even give him a shot at the world record deadlift, and maybe even further than that, a shot at winning in general. But that does look like a bit of a long shot, but definitely on the cards.
Yep, he's got a PB deadlift in international competition of 330. So this is a big. So that's a 12 and a half. If he gets it here, it's a 12 and a half kilo.
That's the gold medal in the deadlift taken. I don't see anyone else taking that now because obviously the Indonesian lifter's already lifted.
No.
So that's pretty much the gold medal. So I would like again with the Indonesia, I would have a crack at the world record deadlift. I think you might as well put it on. I'd be interested to see where it goes. Maybe you put 5 on it. Maybe you'll just take a chip at it. I'm not sure what his intentions are, but we should see.
All right, Adrian Guaquin, Argentina, 270 kilos. You're trying to go 3 for 3 in the deadlift.
Yeah, he's just put on the world record deadlift. It was a 2.5 kilo jump.
Yeah, and I mean, he's pretty solidly he's in the silver medal position solidly, so he doesn't have to worry about it. If Sorokin was in here, he might not put it on.
Yeah, he'll have a crack at it. My only concern is with it is it was very close to his second attempt.
All right, let's see what they say. Adrian here. All right, 3 white lights.
Yeah, nothing like it. 3 for 3 on the deads, finish on a high.
Now, what I was saying about Zhang from Chinese Taipei, he's got 350 on. Got 350 on. So he can drop that attempt. Right, Anwar's going to lift first at 345, 345.5. If Anwar makes it, Zhang can drop to 346. If he misses it, he can drop to 340. Well, hold on. 5. Zhang. He can drop because Zhang has the higher lot number. He can drop to 345.5. So, you know, that's an idea. That 350 is not going to be taken by Zhang. No matter what Anwar does.
It's just there so he goes out last.
It's a placeholder.
Yeah.
He will take the minimum jump possible to try and attempt this. Right now, Kim Rhino Rolvag, 290. This will move him 10 kilos into the bronze medal position with Jacek Spakala
to try and take that.
Take it away from him. So this is really exciting. This is huge for him.
He needs to get this first.
The intensity, look at the intensity of him. He needs to make lifts. All you can do is build your total through making lifts.
Just keep pulling.
Cannot worry about what anybody else does. Just you can control what you can control.
Yeah, go on, buddy. Yeah, he's nodding his head.
There he is.
He's happy, man.
There he is. Kim Rhino Rolvag.
Yeah. That's put him into bronze medal position. For the Polish lifter to try and take that away from him.
Wow.
We'll see that in a few lifts' time. Not quite sure how many.
Good.
But
wow.
He's 8 for 9. 8 for 9. You cannot take that away from him. He's had a fantastic day.
That thunder that you hear and that lightning that you see is from Thor's hammer just crashed down right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a beautiful, absolutely beautiful lift. You've got 2 lifters here battling for the silver medal. You've got the young upstart Rolvang having the meet of his life. You got Jacek Spakala, the old plow horse, who's having the meet of his life, and they're both battling for the bronze medal. Absolutely amazing. And you've still got 2 guys trying to hit the world record in the deadlift. I'm almost speechless, which is just nearly impossible.
pretty exciting.
The weight stays for Max Lochschmidt from Germany.
Max Lochschmidt's up, Germany, 310, trying to cap off 3 for 3 in the deadlift. And he has had an amazing day. 330 squat, 220 bench. Now he's trying to go 310 deadlift for an 860 total. I mean, forget what the other guys are doing that are ahead of him. 860 is huge.
Phenomenal total. He's happy boy.
3 white lights right there. Again, you get these guys, even the people that aren't winning medals here are having the best day they've ever had.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, here is your gold medalist, your 2017 83 kilo World Open men's champion, Andrei Nanyev. Now, taking 312.5. He's in right now at 927.5 kilos. This will give him 932.5 and the gold medal.
The bar is loaded.
And we've still got a battle for the medals in the deadlift.
Yeah.
We still have 2 attempts at the world record.
These last 2 deadlifts.
And we've got a battle for the bronze medal.
Stay with it. Just got to keep pulling. Stretch up, stretch up. Locks it out. See what the referees say.
Oh, it's all right. So he finishes.
I thought it was a bit soft.
He had a great
soft.
day. Great day. 927.5 total. Gold medal. World Open Championship, 83 kilos for Andrei Nanyev, Ukraine. And now, Alexei Sorokin.
10 kilo jump.
10 kilo jump to 327.5.
I can't imagine he'll miss this. He'll at least give it a very good go.
Yeah, give it a go. It's a PB for him if he makes it. So he's trying to come away with something. Look, even when things don't go right, you can learn something.
Salvage something.
Sometimes the days when you have a bad day, you learn more than anything. And it's those days that you take every blow that the world has for you and still stand up and hold your head high are the days that keep you on top of that medal stand in the future. Right now, Sorokin 327.5 for a PB.
Script went.
All righty.
It's right over it at his knees.
All right, so now we're going to move on. Well, we go from one to another.
It's a big lift.
Jacek Spikola, 327.5. This will move him on to the medal stand. All right, folks, Nanyev's third attempt at 312.5. The jury has overturned it. So instead of 327.5, he finishes, 927.5, he finishes the day 932.5. Now, Jacek Spikola sans a mustache.
I see.
Pulling for the bronze medal.
Oh, yeah, I see what happens. They've overturned it. Yeah.
You got it? Yep.
Yeah. But this is
pulling for the bronze medal.
Just stay with it. Keep pulling. Keep pulling.
No, just didn't have it. So he finishes in 4th place. It's a great day.
He's unlucky.
Kim Rhino Rolvag, bronze medal, but hold on here. Anwar had 2:45.50. 345.
He's changed it, yeah. So yeah,
he's changed it. I'm sorry, 345.5 has changed it to 355.
Yep.
Zhang was at 350. Zhang now drops to 345. First change. I'm not sure why.
He's dropped it down now.
Yeah, to 345 from 350. Because Anwar moved to 355 to force him to make a change. But now he's dropped below the world record. He cannot set the world record with this pull.
It's still a world junior record, though.
It's a it is a world junior record.
Why did you just put the 0.5 on?
I don't know. I'm not really sure. But, you know, anyway, it is what it is, and we're going to take it for what it is.
Fast loaded now, it can't change. We'll still see a world record attempt from the Kazakhstan lifter.
Yeah, he actually has to. If he takes his third, he has to take a world record attempt. But he gets what he wants, which is 345.5.
Yeah.
He wanted the 345.5, so he put in 355 to make Zhang to make a choice instead of going for the open record to go to the junior record at 345. So Anwar gets his 345.5. Brilliant.
It's not quite there on the day anyway.
So now we're going to see Anwar drop from 355 to 345.5.
Yep, there he is.
Brilliant, and there it goes.
Yep.
Brilliant coaching by Anwar.
Yep.
Brilliant coaching.
That is tactically brilliant. Yeah, I must agree with you.
Both coaches,
Yeah.
Chinese Taipei and Kazakhstan, were just battling out. Each made the right decision. Zhang blinked, missed his attempt at the world junior record because he had to make a decision between that and the open record. Now Anwar, who was in at 355, has dropped to 345.5, which actually this whole thing was a trick to try and preserve that attempt for himself. And now he gets what he wants at 345.5. This is what he's come here. Silver medalist, trying to come away with a gold medal in the deadlift and a world record for Anwar Ular.
Crowd's getting behind him.
Already got the gold medal in the deadlift, wants the world record. Here he goes, 345.5.
Hold that technique and keep pulling.
Oh, boy, just close. So close. Wow, let me catch my breath here for a minute and get a little bit of a recap. All right, so to start off, we'll start off at the beginning. We'll start off with the bad and go to the good, right?
Yep.
Because when Dad comes in and goes, I got good news and bad news first, what do you want? You always want the bad news.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, bad news is Sorokin, who came in as the favorite in this, did not score a bench press, did not get a good bench press in, did not get a total, so was out of the running. We have Andrei Nanyev in with the gold medal, Anwar from Kazakhstan silver, and Kim Rhino Rovag with the bronze. Now, by Spicola pulling for the bronze medal, he dropped from 4th into 5th place. So it's not always who's ahead of you and what you're looking for. Right, Jack? No. Sometimes it's who's behind you. And every year you have somebody trying to move ahead, and I would try to move ahead too.
Yeah.
Right? You can get onto the medal stand. What's the difference between 4th and 5th? You want to be one of the people that's in that picture that tells you what happened, and the picture that tells you what happened is 1, 2, and 3, gold, silver, and bronze.
Yeah.
Right now, that's Nanyev, strongest lifter in the world in this class, who's finally put it together and got that world championship.
Fantastic performance.
Anwar from Kazakhstan, who's got the silver.
Solid day, very solid day. Unlucky with the last deadlift, but again,
a great day.
Shout out to that man.
A great day.
Yeah.
And Kim, but brilliant coaching by
fantastic.
by the Kazaki coaches, right? Kim Rhino Rovag put it all together, bronze medal. I'm sure he's excited. I'm sure Dietmar Wolf, the Norwegian coach, is so proud of him. Everybody's proud. And guys, stay tuned. Come back in about 10 minutes for the medal stand. I'm going to try to find a voice somewhere because this has just been so exciting. Thank you for joining us. It's me, Elliot Feldman, and Jack Johnson.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Thanks.
The squad results. On a third place is Jacek Spichala from Poland with 332.5 kilograms. The silver goes to Andriy Naniev from Ukraine with 352.5 kilograms. And the strongest squad was Alexei Sorokin from Russia with 370 kilograms. Congratulations, guys. The bench press results. On the third place is Gansu Batsuk from Mongolia with 242.5 kilograms. The second place is Kim Reina Rolwak from Norway with 255 kilograms. And the first place is Andriy Naniev from Ukraine with 267.5 kilograms. Congratulations. The deadlift results. On a third place, UC Yang from Taipei with 325 kilograms. Silver goes to Muhammad Yusuf from Indonesia with 340 kilograms. And the strongest deadlift was Ulan Anwar from Kazakhstan with 342.5 kilograms. Congratulations. The total results. Kim Reina Rolwak on the third place with 870 kilograms. On the second place, Ulan Anwar from Kazakhstan with 915 kilograms. And the first place goes to Andriy Naniev from Ukraine with 932.5 kilograms. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the Ukrainian national anthem. Congratulations.